Welcome to the Agro Labs podcast. I'm your host, Cameron, and my co-host with me today is Juan and Kinzel.
Orale. What's up?
How have you guys been? How have you been, Kinzel? I haven't seen you in forever.
Good, man. I just been working my ass off. It sucks.
Don't you work for a union?
Yeah, but I've been up in Michigan. I had to get an apartment up there, man. I'm up there 6 days a week.
You have to have a whole other apartment.
Yeah, dude, it's a little studio. It's got a bathroom, a closet, dude, and that's it, man.
That's all you need.
I got a fridge and a microwave, so eat some frozen dinners, dude, to keep up this, this fucking
you got a great,
huge body I got.
For all the listeners, Nick Kinzel's about 193 pounds minus 60.
Yep.
And he has the best ginger set of hair ever.
It's beautiful.
All that you would think.
Yes, sir.
They don't make hair like that nowadays.
No, they don't.
They do, because I just had a son with hair like that.
Hey, remember Kinzel's fucking picture when he was still fucked up with the long hair when he looked like a Unabomber?
Yeah, dude, that's the best. You know how many chicks I got with that picture?
Was that your Tinder?
None.
Was that your Tinder profile picture?
Yep, it worked good.
Yo, you got the best girls ever, bro. Like that one time the chick pissed on the back of your car. You remember
Oh,
that?
yeah, dude, that was Bumble. Yeah, that worked out well. That's
what you get for bumbling around.
I know, dude, that was bad. That was a bad night.
You remember when you were telling me was it your buddy or you who was stuck in a trunk?
Oh, yeah. So, I'll tell the whole story. So, yeah, it was like 2017 or 18 or something, and my car had it had no working headlights, but it had the bright light worked. The one bright light worked, no tail lights, so I had to drive around with my foot on the brake and the gas, because the brake lights would work. And then the whole side of the car was just wrecked.
What kind of car was it?
Impala. The same one I got now. It's just fixed now, but
nice.
Yeah, it was like 3 a.m, man, and me and my buddy, we really wanted to smoke crack.
I've been there.
Yep. So we drove out to the east side, one bright light and all, dude, and we got all the shit, and then we're on our way back, and we're on Tracy Road there, Perrysburg Township, and there, those cops are not the best to get pulled over by, and so yeah, me and my buddies in my passenger seat. I'm driving, and we see a cop, and it's 3 a.m, and I for sure know he's pulling me over. So my buddy hops in the fucking trunk, dude, because my back seat folded down. Hops back there. I have I put the crack in my cheek, and I put the crack pipe. I had a nice hiding spot.
Your butthole.
Yeah, in my butthole. And
that's a perfect hiding spot for crack.
It is, dude. It is, especially if it breaks open. Then you get a little bit. But So I got this good hiding spot in my car, so I hide the pipe in there, and they pull me over, and they ask where I'm going or coming from. I was like, oh, I'm heading home. I just went to Little Caesars. By the way, Little Caesars closes at 10.
It's 3 a.m. Just want hot and ready.
And he's like, oh, well, Little Caesars closes. I was like, yeah, I know. That's why I don't have a pizza. And he's like, well, why didn't you go to this pizza store right here? There's one closer to my apartment. And I was like, because Little Caesars sounded better.
It's $5. I'm smoking crack.
Right, man. So, and I just had a charge. So I just got charged with paraphernalia, right a couple months before this. So, they looked my record up. They're like, hey, what was that charge you got? And I was like, oh, that was a crack pipe. and he's like, all right, well, he's like, we're going to search your car, all right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. You know, so
because you got a good hiding spot.
Yeah, well, I had a dude in my trunk too, but they're gonna search it.
What was his name?
regardless.
What was the dude's
Corey.
name? Corey.
What a Corey.
Yeah,
What's a
dude.
Corey move?
So
Fucking Corey's.
So they put me in the back of the cop car. It's a male and a female cop. And I'm sitting back there, and mind you, right before this happened too, I totaled my girlfriend Kana's car. And so all her shit, she had a bunch of clothes in her car. All her shit was in the back seat of my car. And like there was like a whole wardrobe of clothes back there.
A lot of lacy panties.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So these cops, dude, took forever. They searched through like every article of clothing, and then I also had my phone on the passenger seat with the flashlight on. And the cop was like, "Hey, why do you got your flashlight on?" And I was like, "Oh, I just forgot to turn it off," you know. Anyways, they're in there searching, dude. I was sitting back there for like a half an hour, but they don't go through the trunk. And they start walking back to the car, and I'm sitting in the back of the cop car like, no fucking way they're not going to look in the trunk. I was like, this can't be that easy. So they talk, they stop right before, the cop car. They talk, and the chick starts walking back to the car, and I'm like, oh, fuck, man.
The lady cop?
Yeah, the lady cop.
Oh, no.
So, he comes, opens the door, and he's like, "Yeah, she's just gonna search your trunk really quick, and then, you'll be on your way." And I was like, "Okay, sounds good." So
Great. That is great.
Yeah, dude, I was shitting my pants. So she walks up to the driver's door, hits the button, the trunk pops, and she walks back there. And, it just, like, pops a little bit. It's still closed. And she's, like, trying to open it. And he's inside pulling it down, dude. So she's like fighting it. And then she finally gets it open. And she's, like, looking around in there for, like, a minute and doesn't say anything. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking in my head, like, what in the fuck did he do? I thought he folded the front. I thought he folded the seats down and, like, managed to get up to the front. So she's looking around in there, like, I don't know how long it was. It felt like a couple minutes.
Probably forever, eternity in your brain at that time.
Right, yeah. So she all of a sudden she stops. She freezes. She looks back at the cop who's standing, the male cop standing next to me, and we're like kind of bullshitting. She looks at him and she goes, "There's a body in here." And like I look at the male cop, and I was like, man, it's like I told him not to hide back there, And the cop, he's laughing. He thinks it's funny, but she doesn't hear that. So my buddy that's in the trunk, like he knew the jig was up, so he moved, and it scared the fuck out of her, and she screamed at the top of her lungs and pulled her gun out, dude.
What'd she say?
She just screamed, dude. Pulled her gun out, and me and the cop, the male cop, were laughing, dude. Like he was laughing. I was shocked.
No way.
So then they pull him out and ask his story. Like 2 more cops showed up, and I'm still sitting I'm sitting in the back of the cop car while they're grilling him, and then the female cop walks around to the cop car I'm in, gets in the front seat, and starts typing some shit on the computer, and I'm in the back seat, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And she just like turned around and looked at me, dude, and gave me the meanest look. Didn't say a word, but yeah, they ended up letting us go.
They didn't find your crack pipe?
They didn't find nothing, man. They let us go. He had a warrant too, but the jail was just so full. It was like it was for something stupid. I don't remember what it was for, but yeah, they let us go, man. We went home and smoked crack. It was great. Worked out well.
That never happens.
No.
That story never happens. Yeah. Like, yeah, I got pulled over and had a body in my trunk and crack, and the cops let me go.
Yeah. It was crazy, man.
It's weird, man, because we make this shit funny like the rest of the world. I think most people are like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with these people, right?
Yeah.
For us, we got to find some comedy in our fucking treachery.
I know.
Yeah, if you can't laugh at that, I mean, are you even funny?
Right, I know,
Are
dude.
you even funny, bro? If you don't like smoking crack and getting pulled over, bro?
Yeah, dude.
You're fucking funny.
Are you even having a good time if you're not making memories like those?
Dude, that just sprung one similar, man. For me, like, dude, I was the king, so I'm a recovering heroin addict. King and nodding off at the wheel, bro. Like, bad. You know, I've just destroyed city buses with my cars.
Jesus.
You know, but one time in particular, dude, same thing, man. Cops, dude. Just by the grace of heroin addiction, I got out of it, you know? And I nodded off. I'm in Toledo, and there's this corner called Werner's Corner, and it's 5.
That's a busy corner.
Busy, bro.
That's very busy.
Busy. You know, there's 5 different intersections, dude. And I'm pulling up to this corner, and, you know, I just fall out, bro. I'm just, you know, put the gangster lean with the mean mug, you know, and put my head on the window. And, you know, next thing you know, I'm like, just smoking like 5 cars. I end up busting my tie rod. Would that be the one that makes a wheel stay straight?
Yep.
Break that fucking thing off. And all the people, I almost took this dude's arm off. I remember that. His arm was out the window, and I'm just like, oh no. I woke up from my nod about to take this guy's arm off.
Jesus.
I managed to get into this bingo hall.
You got in the bingo hall.
I don't know how I got the car into the bingo hall, and all the other cars, there was 5 of them. There was 5 of them that I hit. And,
so when you say in the bingo hall, you ran into the bingo hall, or the car drove to the bingo hall?
Car made it to the bingo hall parking lot that was right there on the corner. And I'm in the bingo hall parking lot with my girl at the time. You know, we were both fucking fried. Just the gloomiest of addicts. And I had no license, no insurance, and I was bugging. Cops come. And these people are pissed. They're asking for my information. I'm like, yo, I don't got the papers on me. I don't got no insurance stuff on me right now, you know. And the cops are asking. Either way, they end up taking 2 people to jail. They end up taking the one dude's car because he had no insurance. And they end up leaving me there. Letting me go.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They spared the rod for you?
Spared me, bro.
Dude, you were sitting there the whole time like, thank you.
Dude, I was bugging out.
That's fucking wild.
Dude was so mad when he was leaving. Like, this motherfucker ain't gonna get nothing. It was crazy.
I'll never. So when I went and bought the Hyundai 2019, dude, I was so happy to have a new car. And I'm literally maybe going 5 miles over the speed limit 6 months into having this car, right?
You're so happy and proud of that car.
I was so happy and proud of the car. It was nice, had a good sound system, had like 40 miles to the gallon. It was just an amazing car. I think I had like a 60,000 mile warranty on it. And I'm driving down Secor. And I'm minding my own business, dude. I had just left Starbucks. I was in such a good mood. I bought multiple people's Starbucks. You know what I mean? It wasn't just my Starbucks. It was a couple different people's Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I'm in the right lane, and I literally... It's green. The light there is green. And I just go straight, and I see the crosswalk, and I'm fine. And I hit the crosswalk line, and just someone plows right into my driver's side, making a left-hand turn. And I spin out, and I can remember being on the island, and I remember vividly, because it happened so fast, but I remember vividly watching my Starbucks, and all the cups just go in midair through gravity, and just splash everywhere and cover me. And then I remember hitting the island, and my head hitting the wheel, and then I remember opening up my eyes, and my car's smoking, right? And I get out of my car, and there's a black guy who's watching me, and he goes, "Damn, she fucked your shit up." So I said, he was driving by at 5 p.m. on a busy road, and I get out the car, slam my door, and I just hear, "Damn, she fucked your shit up, man." So I'm fuming, and I turn around, and there she is, And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I started just yelling obscenities at her. And I felt really bad about that. But literally in a split second, that's what... I have not been the same driver since that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was doing everything right in that situation. And I couldn't avoid it. I couldn't avoid that.
You were distraught.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, dude. I came to the scene, dude, after it happened. Me and Keith, I think.
Yeah, dude. I was fucked up out here, dude.
Yeah, you were hurting.
I was mad.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
I didn't get over it until the rental company gave me a fucking Jeep Liberty or Jeep Wrangler or whatever. Then I was okay with it.
Dude, when I totaled Kana's car, that was the worst phone call I've ever had to make in my entire life, dude. Oh my God!
You don't fuck with your girl's shit.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, as an adult, you don't fuck with a woman's shit.
Yeah, dude. I felt that was bad, dude. I felt like when you like get a detention at school and gotta tell your parents, dude. Only like 10 times worse.
Was Kana doing your laundry at the time?
Nah, dude, I didn't do laundry at the time, bro. I was full blown fucked up. Yeah.
What did she say to you when you told her, like, hey,
Dude, I don't remember, honestly. I think she, like, just screamed at me.
I mean, hey, you got a beautiful son out of the deal.
I know, man. I know, yeah. Everything's good now, man. All worked out.
I seen you in a tuxedo, dude. What were you doing?
I was in a wedding, man. I was in her brother's wedding.
Nice.
Yeah, this last weekend.
Kind of looked like 007.
Yeah, like a shitty,
redheaded version,
a shitty
like a ginger, a
00 fucking 9.
A B movie 007.
Yeah, that's what I was, dude. I was Schmame Schmond.
No, you don't. Schmame Schmond.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, man. We got a lot of crazy stories, I think, from I know I do. I got a bunch from I got out of a lot of shit, dude. I should have definitely got in trouble for way more than I did.
No doubt, dude. No doubt. Same. Never did jail time.
No, me neither.
You never did jail time?
I did like 9 days altogether in the 14 years I was running. You know, no, I take that back. 6 days. I did 6 days county. And 14 years, bro, of, full-blown addiction.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. I got one DUI and a drug paraphernalia charge on all the bullshit.
Well, a lot of other people were fucking doing crazy shit. I was just like, after I got done and I was too fucked up to like sell dope or hustle anything anymore, like I just went straight into dumpster diving and collecting cans and recycling. I had fucking 5-gallon, fucking those huge garbage bags just draped over my neck on a 10-speed with the curl bars,
You were getting that $20, dude. You were getting that 50.
I was fucking coming up off those cans. I smelled like dirty fish from the Red Roof Inn, like in the dumpster. It was horrible.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I used to go canning, and I used to go canning in a car with somebody else.
The one? The somebody?
Yeah.
From the Silva?
Yeah, dude. It was the worst, dude. We would have cans. The trunk would be filled with cans. We couldn't see out of the back window, right? And on my front lap were 2 bags, and down below my feet were a bag. Okay? And, I mean, not to mention that this car that you can't see out of the mirrors in didn't have brakes.
Yeah.
There was no brakes in this fucking car, dude. There was none.
Yeah.
And we're just driving around waiting for that fucking $100, you know what I mean? It was some serious shit, dude. But there was a couple spots we would go to. Bangers.
$50. 10 minutes.
You just hit one and you got $50, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those were the days. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, bro. I
feeling.
had those licks, dog. I think it's important for us to preface Silva, dude, as like a cartoon character right now or something that you can really conceptualize. You know that cat on Facebook or in the memes that got the sketchy looks that's like, fuck you, Linda.
Yeah.
Those eyeballs on a little skinny dude that looks kind of like skeptical.
Yeah.
You know, he might wear like a fucking bomber
He's
jacket.
not as skeptical as Keith. He's more scary than Keith.
Yes. Yeah, like that scary look, like, you know, I'll fuck your lady, dude. I'll fuck her, man.
Like, yeah.
Not like I'll fall in love with her. I'll fuck your lady, bro.
He'll bring a buck knife to school and cut somebody with it.
Yeah. He was a little kid that was fucking like torturing the roller police, you know what I mean, under the slide in elementary.
No empathy, dude.
Yeah. Shit. He was fucked, you know. So next time you hear, just imagine this dude with really squinty eyes, a chiseled little cracked head face, you know, like a bomber jacket on a 110-pound frame that's like a extra small 10 fucking boys jacket. Like,
dude, he looks like an Abercrombie model when he's sober.
Yeah, he's a handsome fellow when he's sober. When he's not, bro, he looks like what you would, like, if there was a picture for a buck knife that was a human, like he'd look like a buck knife if it was human. Fucking destroyed. Talking about these great characters in life, bro. You know my friend, dude. With the one hand, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got this buddy. We'll call him Frank.
Dale.
We'll call him Frank just for referencing. But he fucking dude. He's one of my best friends, childhood friends, dude. This dude, I'm telling you what, guys. Like, this fucking dude. He's so talented, bro. So talented. One night, me and my friend Tootie.
Dude, such a great name.
Tootie's a black man that had a ponytail down to his butt cheeks and his favorite band's Motorhead, and he's a fucking savage.
Hell yeah, dude.
And Frank,
sounds
dude,
like
my kind of guy.
Dude, he's great. He's great. Full-blown alcoholic in the best way. But me and Tootie and Frank took a whole bunch of fucking acid, man. We took a ton of acid one night. And we were over at Frank's house, like, where his parents lived. And we were tripping balls, and me and Tootie, dude, were out of it. And Frank was, like, heavy into dosing already, so he could take, 20 hits and muster through it. And me and Tootie took, like, 6 hits, and we're fucking done, dude. We're done.
You're cooking, dude.
We were watching Big Lebowski, bro, and, like...
Oh, that's a movie to watch while on acid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was fucked up. Me and Tootie were lost in the movie, crying and laughing, and out of nowhere, dude, we're sitting Indian style, grown-ass men in front of the TV 4 inches away, next to each other, like we're playing a video game, and out of nowhere, we hear... this fucking piano, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Walk in the other room. Mind you, Frank has one fucking hand. Like, he has a nub, like he has a forearm.
Was he born with that nub?
He was born like that, bro. All-state football, baseball, like a savage, dog. This motherfucker was rolling his wrist across the keyboard, dog. This motherfucker was rolling his wrist across the keyboard, cuz. Swear to God, like a breakdancing, playing fucking Mozart, dude. And I'm tripping my balls off. I'm like, what is this? This motherfucker is amazing. And I'm like in awe, you're on acid. I'm like, this dude might be like some kind of spiritual god, And I'm like paying real close attention to him after that point, like, I got a lot to learn from this guy. And, we all decide to go outside, and it's the middle of winter, and we're outside, me and Tootie, dude. Tootie's like my guy, he's my guy. I would have lived in a boot with him if I had to, best friend. And we're sitting outside, middle of winter, and Frank looks up at the sky, and it's snowing a little, and he says, stop. And it fucking stopped snowing, dude. Me and Tootie, bro, ran from this motherfucker. He went from being a spiritual god to Lucifer, dude, quick. We fucking ran, dog. It was like 5:30 in the morning, bro. And Frank, dude, one-armed Frank, bro, the stories, man, I'm telling you.
Listen, man, if you don't have an excuse if you have a man who can stop snow and play Mozart one-handed.
I swear,
you
bro.
don't have an excuse.
None.
That's wild.
There's no valid excuse.
None. The motherfucker shot a 3-pointer, bro, with that thing like fucking Kobe, dude. Like, he'd fucking flick the wrist, or the nub, I should say. That motherfucker would just run. Fucking clean through the net like diarrhea, bro. Just running.
I can't even ever imagine losing an appendage because of the phantom pains you supposedly get. I mean, that would be mind-boggling to me.
Good thing for him, he was born without them. But yeah, phantom pains would suck.
Yeah.
What about losing your dick?
Oh.
like Phantom Pain of the dick.
Yeah,
that would suck.
You almost imagine that it's there, but
My
it's
dick's
not.
back.
It's what a happy moment quickly ruined.
I'm so happy I feel pain. Dude.
Oh, shit.
You go and check, and it's just...
How did we end up here again? We ended up here again talking about like the importance of dicks and balls, from men.
It's important for men.
Standard, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
Standard procedure, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. There's people who, go out there and get surgeries done to have dicks to feel more like men.
Or people to get their dicks cut off to be more like women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A phallus is that what it's called? A phallus?
Yep, I think
Yeah.
so.
Isn't
Yeah.
it the reference now? They, I am they, or it's they. I'm
Yeah,
not
dude.
he or she.
Dude,
we,
I
they.
just read a thing like, who was it? I don't know. Sam Smith or someone.
Yeah.
Someone referenced him as he.
Harry Dick something or
Yeah, Harry Dick Tom.
Yeah.
And, he wants to be called, them.
You work in the field where you got to respect that, right?
So I mean, I do respect they them
Me too.
pronouns.
For sure.
But I actually had to go to an LGBTQ training,
Solid.
and I had to learn way more about it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like Zim and Zer too,
Zim and Zer,
and
what's that?
Z, and
Whoa.
there's like a whole lot of different pronouns that people would want to be called. But like personally, I wouldn't be comfortable calling someone those different pronouns.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Zim.
totally honest. I think that's the dumbest shit ever. All of it.
Yeah. Doesn't who does that? Jordan Peterson, right? Didn't he do some stuff about gender roles and gender assignment?
Yeah, and he doesn't. I don't really want to say his opinion because I'm not talking to him.
Right.
But he feels like it's the left that's making him compel his speech. Okay, he doesn't want to be compelled to have to say anything. If your name's Juan and you want to be called, Geneva, I have no problem with calling you Geneva.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have no problem with calling you he or she or they or them. But at a certain point, like, well, when does it end?
When does it end?
I know. And during this LGBTQ training, she was like trying to like pull, like, she was like, what did your parents tell you about gay people? And I'm like, nothing. You know what I mean? And she was like, there's no negative things they told you. And I was like, no.
Fuck.
And she was like, well, what about the kids? And I'm like, yeah, dude, kids suck.
Right.
yeah, kids definitely said some negative things. And like as she went on to this training, she like it was like really off the cuff, and she was like, let's talk about some of the things we might have heard about gay men and lesbians. How about that most pedophiles are gay men, right? And like no one's disagreeing with her. She goes, well, that's not true. Most pedophiles are white, straight males. And I'm just like, okay, lady. Like, all right. You know what I
Trauma,
mean?
bro. Trauma coming out in the training.
Something. I mean, show me the statistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that a study? Or are you just saying that?
It sounds right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I think that stuff's.
Sounds right.
I think all that stuff's wild, man. How it's like just things that like companies have to do now, that kind of training and everything. It's wild.
Yeah, for sure.
It's wild.
Discrimination's a whole thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It is.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
But if Frank, dude, can shoot 3-pointers with one hand, dog, you ain't got no excuse. Anything's possible, like Theo Von would say, bro. Anything's possible.
And like that's the thing, right? Like it's not that big of a deal if you want me to call you, Geneva or she or they or them. But if you're gonna start getting real crazy with it,
All right.
Yeah, I gotta draw a line.
I gotta draw a line. Yep, for me, I'm uncomfortable now.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, making you comfortable has made me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should people have to be forced to be uncomfortable to make someone else comfortable?
Depending on the situation, maybe.
At work, yeah, for sure. But
I don't know.
lives,
I don't know. I have no problem with whatever people want to be called. But like, I think if I like the pronoun thing, if they want to be called something, and I'm like accidentally like, hey, yeah, go talk to him.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've said my entire life. Because that's, what you're taught in school, English.
Yeah. Right.
And, like, for someone to have a problem with that, obviously if someone wanted, you got to be like, sorry, dude, I didn't mean to. But I think getting attacked for that is crazy.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. You know? There's got to be a learning curve, and I would hope that, in that learning curve, that there's enough patience on the other side, or at least enough education from an individual to say, hey, man, like, I know this is the third time, and I get it, but please refer this way.
Right.
Because for me, for sure, it's habitual. He, she, is a habitual pattern that I've grown for 36, 7 years.
And when working in the field, what was really came easy to me is just to call them by their desired name.
That's easy.
That's super easy.
Yeah.
I can't fuck that up.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you want me to call you Geneva, you're Geneva. And I'm not going to say, if I'm going to talk about you in the third person, it's obviously probably not going to be in front of you, right? So he or she, won't be said. It'll just be your name.
Yeah.
And that works out really good for me and my dumb monkey brain.
Yeah. I feel like this conversation will be really good with somebody that's like in there, in that role.
Yeah.
In that life.
Let's get Keith over here.
Yeah. Keith, let's get Keith over here. They know what we're talking about. Did you see that?
That was subtle.
Yeah.
That was so subtle. That was good. Yeah. I don't know. How do you guys feel about people competing in sports that are transgender?
Ooh. High school, professional.
All the way around.
Men playing women's sports, man, come on, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an unfair advantage.
I feel like a chick, a woman, somebody biologically born as a woman, coming into a male sport and, like, doing well, that's cool. Like, yo, okay. You're coming into some serious, but, like...
Well, why isn't it the same for men to women?
I feel like a man, it's a little easier physiologically based on our build, for them to go in there and perform differently, maybe that it is in most cases, in my opinion, for a professional male athlete who's trained, somebody who has a male physiology, to go into a female, there's got to be some fucking science there,
right? Well, so like the argument, I think, for like a lot they take like like men that want to become women, they take things to like get rid of their testosterone and everything. So some of those advantages are lesser, but I think they're still there no matter what. I think they're always going to be there. You can't remove everything that comes with being a man from a man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm rooting for a woman on a wrestling match who's
for sure
down on some dudes, you know? But if I see some dude pummeling the
fuck out of a woman,
right, dude, if I see that, bro, I'm like, yo, this is fucked, bro. What's happening?
Well, I think that goes into, like, I'm going to be honest with you, right? Like, I watched, I would never put my hands on a woman.
Never.
Right? Like, I've had to yoke a girl up.
I would never do that.
So she wouldn't hit me. I've had to grab her hand so she wouldn't hit me. But like the physical act of actually hitting a woman, I would never do.
Yeah, leg sweep's cool, but that's it.
Yep, leg sweep, just something. Hey, juck and dive and get out the room, whatever I got to do, but to not hit a woman, right?
Yeah.
But that's crazy because some women will fucking hit you.
Oh, dude, they'll pummel, bro.
They'll fucking they'll punch you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
And then they'll dare you to hit them back. Hit me back, pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want me to hit you back.
Yeah. And if your nuts are still tucked up tight into your belly and you ain't grown a pair of man hairs, bro, on your balls, you might cold cock back on something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's some
you might knock a few chicklets out, dude.
Right. Yeah. I ain't never been scared to get a walking from a woman and run.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to go to sleep later on when I stroke down on her with this big, wide Mexican hand, and I'm going to feel like a real piece of shit. You heard?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, dude. And well, that's the thing. It's like double standards, right? So like a woman can't play in male sports, and a male can't beat women in male sports, right? But a woman can beat the dog shit out of you, but you can't hit her back.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, bro, like the further I go in like my maturing and aging and experience process, like, I put myself in really precarious situations because I was fucking ignorant and stupid. I was around women that were gonna fucking cold cock me.
For sure.
That's like the kind of girl I was after.
Those are good girls usually.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, look, she's smacking me and I'm staying with her. Now it's like, look, dude, I can like have a conversation easing into a relationship with somebody and be like, oh yeah, she might hit me. I'm not gonna fuck with her.
Right. Right. Did you guys see that girl kicker in college football?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the first woman or whatever. I don't remember what school. Vanderbilt, maybe.
I don't know. Big
know.
Ten or some kind
Talent's
of
light in Vanderbilt.
She was like the first woman in a Power 5 conference to score in a football game. She was the kicker, extra point.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, but I think she only played like one game or something because now the season's over because of COVID or some shit.
So college football's over due to COVID?
Nope, just that whatever team it was, I don't remember, their season is.
Yeah,
I don't watch sports ball.
Yeah, I watch pro NBA sports, and that's about it. I watch NBA, and that's about it for me. I can't even stand watching football nowadays because pro football is so fucking annoying.
Yeah,
like, I really want to watch Tom Brady throw the ball 50 times this game. I can't wait.
Dude,
I'm so excited.
Right, you don't got fucking Lawrence Taylor twacked out on crack chasing him, then it's not a good game. You know?
Dude, I used to watch. Bro. I'd watch football all the time, man. But I like the Dallas Cowboys in Michigan, so I got sick of being let down every weekend.
I feel like I'm supposed to say that
I just want to punch myself after every. Saturday came around, and I'd be all excited. Michigan get their ass kicked, and then Sunday, same thing. I got tired of it, man.
People are dead ass serious about this Michigan-Ohio State shit, bro.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I went to a Michigan game probably when I was like 18, and I picked the Northwestern game because I thought Michigan would be the victor there. They fucking lost.
Man,
they lost, and I paid $400 for these stupid tickets. You know what I mean?
Man, Michigan got beat by a lot of. Dude, they got beat. But UT beat Michigan. Man. Like 10 years ago or something. UT beat them.
Yeah, and have you ever been to the game? Have you ever been to the big house?
Yep.
Dude, you can literally feel the vibrations of the chants in the chairs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how loud it is.
That's
crazy.
Amazing.
Dude, it's really, really cool up there. It is. It's really cool to be in there.
It reminds me of like the Founders Day.
Yeah.
That get down the countdown from like years of sobriety.
Did I ever tell you guys one of the worst stories I ever had from Founders Day?
No.
I told this last night on the podcast, but I'm going to tell it again just for you two.
All right.
No, maybe I shouldn't, dude.
What just happened, bro?
Alright, so listen, dude. It's like, you remember in Founders Day when we went and it was fucking pouring down rain?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I get a text on my phone.
What year was this?
2017, 18.
Yeah,
18.
Somewhere between there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I get a text on my phone, and it's like, it's from a long-time girl I've known. And we've always been friends, okay? And she says, hey, my tent's been rained out. Right? And I'm like...
I remember this. Okay.
I remember this.
You remember this?
I remember this.
I'm going to split to it real fast. I told her, like, hey, I'm going to have room in here. I'm fat enough. And I'm sleeping on this sofa with her, and so I have to cuddle her so both of us could fit, right? And I remember I fell asleep real fast. And I started having a good dream.
Yeah.
I started dreaming about having sex. And then I woke up, and someone was playing with my dick.
Dingle hopper, bro.
She was playing with my dick and rubbing it on her pussy.
Oh, man.
Whoa. And I remember literally being like, what are you doing? And her playing it off like she was asleep. Huh?
That's a thought.
How are you going to play it off that you're asleep when you took your pants off and my dick is pulled out of my boxers?
What did you do?
I rolled over and felt really weird.
Man, you got taken advantage of.
I got taken
I've
advantage
had one of those. And how does it feel? How did you feel?
I felt weird about
Violated?
it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would.
Dude, I
didn't want that.
No.
Right?
Man, your face made me sad.
It's just because, it goes to say something like men don't talk about issues like that.
For sure.
Men won't, like, when it happens to us, we're kind of just like, oh, that was weird. And we just move on from it, right? We don't make a GoFundMe page for, whatever the case, or we don't.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. It just happens all the time, right?
Me too, bro.
And who's going to believe us? We're men.
Me
Right.
too.
So how was so did she sleep in the tent the whole night?
In the camper?
Yeah, or the camper, yeah. So like in the morning, dude,
She was gone.
oh, she was gone.
I woke up and she was gone,
Oh
dude.
man.
Ghosted, dude. I had a similar experience, except for I was with one of my really good friends, me and one of my buddies, and then this neighbor girl came down with her friend, and her friend, not for nothing, like I have a certain type that I like, and she was bigger,
petite.
I like a petite woman.
Me too.
Yeah. And, me and my buddy, dude, we were fucking beer bong and natty ices, you know what I mean? Like, we were, dude, right. I fucking packed down 12 natty ices through a beer bong, bro. And I was, I was squiggly eyed, bro.
Hold on. Nick's about to throw up right now.
Yeah, dude, I can taste it.
Dude, it was
just thinking about
it. It was bad, bro. It was bad, and I was tanked. But they come over. We're like, yo, yeah, let's bring them over. You're talking to this other girl that lives down the street. It's cool, bro. She brings over her friend. She's a cool man. She ain't that big. She's a good 290. You know what I mean? She wasn't packing nothing serious. But either way, man, I'm sitting there and I'm toasty, and
She built like me.
yeah, bro, I swear it was you. It was you. And she started. She had these long ass nails on, some acrylics. You know what I mean? Some acrylics with some little diamonds and shit on there. She started scratching my head, and that shit felt good. I'm fucking faded off at 12 natty ices through a beer bong.
Yeah.
Start scratching my back, and next thing you know, I'm not. I told you I'm squiggly eyed. And she grabs my hand and says, "Let's go to the room." And I recall all this through my buddy because I don't remember it.
Oh.
I don't remember that. This is the story I was given that I'm giving to you.
Did you give consent?
Dude, check it. So she pulls me, and he said I was stumbling, bumbling, And he said, next thing you know, because I was drunk Don Juan, you know what I mean, Magic Juan, turned into player mode. I tried to pick the big woman up, you know what I mean, like marry her, walk her through the threshold type shit, And I drop her though. This is true. I drop her on the floor, big 290, slamming. And
Them floorboard were shivering.
So either way, bro, I don't remember nothing, but I do remember this. I do remember this. My dad walking in and saying, "Get the fuck out."
Man.
Like my dad, like Jake when Ben Stein made the comment on Facebook, protecting him. My dad was like, "Get out of my house. My son doesn't need to be there with you." And I just was
He was ashamed of you.
There was shame running deep through his fucking Chicano fucking Mayan blood, bro. And I wake up the next day, dude, and a couple hours go by, and I get a call from this girl, bro. And she's like, "I had so much fun with you last night."
Oh my God, it was so good.
I was like, "Word?" Because I don't really know what happened. She said, "Well, why don't we just hang out again tonight and
see what happens."
And I was like, dude, I got off the phone and I was like, oh my God, she was dead sober. I forgot to tell you guys that. She was dead sober.
Yeah.
I was falling down drunk and she noodled my wiener, dude, somewhere. You know what I mean?
So did she do things to you?
Yeah.
Were you guys just kissing or what?
I did the whole 9, bruh. I did the whole 9 from what I hear.
What if you would have put a baby in that?
Dude. Yo, I don't know what popped off, bro, but I know that after I got off that phone, I remember I felt like, oh man, I want to go home.
Oh shit!
Yeah, double standards, bro. Don't you know what I mean? Come on, man. I wasn't walking clean.
Yeah, right. You might have said, but you weren't saying yes.
Right. I was walking like fucking Nick's Impala. You know what I mean? With
no brake doors.
That thing had a limp. Yeah. That thing had a couple limps, dude. God damn.
Fellas, be cautious. We matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too.
No doubt. Speak up.
We too.
No means no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know exactly what you're doing with them long ass acrylic nails, ladies. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, like that's the thing too, is like, and men get treated like we're this over sexualized, being. Mm-hmm. Women are sexual too, man.
Man, they be jumping, bro.
Yeah, man. They want it just as bad as we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I feel like women are reaping souls out here now compared. You'd hear about the men back in the day, like, oh, poor girl, he took advantage. Like, yo, these girls are out here reaping
soul snatchers,
snatching souls, bro. And I think it's because motherfuckers done get soft, bro. You know what I mean? Like the men's trying to be women in a little bit of a way, like. Them, they, he, she, me too.
I think it's really because in our society, especially today, is either a man will make a monster out of a woman, and the woman will make monsters out of the rest of the men that she's with, right? So, like, it's like a trickle-down effect. Like, basically, someone got hurt in this person's life, so they're a piece of shit to everyone else that they were in a relationship with moving forward.
Okay.
Because of that person. And now that I came into contact with that vibe, and they did me dirt, Paul, now it's, hey, fuck everyone else. Yep. I'm going to treat everyone else the same way that I was just treated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Things get crazy, bro. Like, through our experience and our ability to, like, heal or take responsibility for whatever happened, and try to step into however healing looks, to find something healthy. Something healthy. It's weird.
But yeah, people are always looking for that picture perfect relationship, and there is no picture perfect relationship.
Dude, that don't exist.
No.
They say don't go to bed angry. Like, yo, if you got to go to bed angry and wake up tomorrow,
I might go to bed on the fucking couch.
Right. You know what I mean? That's how I might get through the night. But I'm gonna talk. We'll talk about it. Right. We just might not agree right now. Yeah, women are snatching souls, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll get you.
They got the fucking blower 3000s on them, and
Facts, bro. Just made me think.
Let's just be honest. 20 years ago, women didn't know how to give blowjobs.
What? Yeah, right, bro.
No, but like,
man,
bro, they be using grapefruits nowadays.
Man,
oranges.
Man, these old time bras, bro, they was dumping down on that boy. You kidding me, man? They had whole ass women back then that knew how to handle something, bro. You know what I mean? They grew out muffs. Cause can you imagine a grown ass mature woman with a banging body with a muff?
I like a little bit of a muff.
Man, I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't mind a muff.
I don't care what I'm getting,
I could
bro.
leave it or take it.
Yeah, I could leave it or take it, bro.
Yeah, I don't like razor bumps.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd rather a girl be a little muffy than have a bunch of
get
baby
a Kool-Aid
bumps.
Mustache, with the a little bit of that Pokeleys, boy. You put your lips down there and you might get stripped. Stripped of your lips.
And then nowadays, how do you tell what a razor bump is and herpes?
Well, that's the early session. Remember when we were talking about you figure out who the woman is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do that.
Yeah.
Odds are she's gonna smack you. She's probably got
some love bumps in there.
Yeah.
At least 23% goes up that she has love bumps.
Yeah, but if you get it though, you can't catch it again. So
That's the good thing.
there is a plus.
Then you can spread it around, spread the love.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like you guys are saying that because you got bumps.
I feel like you're just trying to pin that on us because you do.
I'll tell you what that like.
You're gay. No, you're not.
Having a herpes scare is one of the most traumatic things, dude.
You had a herpes scare,
dude. You guys haven't? Oh, you haven't lived then, dude. What do you mean? Yeah, dude. I fucking it ended up being so I woke up one morning and there was bumps everywhere,
No.
Yeah, dude. I was like, this was when I was young. I was like, I don't even know if I was 21 yet.
Man.
But yeah, dude. So I was freaking out. That's probably the worst I've ever. Like, I'd rather feel like I did the day I went into detox than going in there. So, anyways, I was like a couple days before, I woke up with the bumpies. I was watching fireworks at
yeah, you were
in Port Clinton at the beach. And it ended up being sand fleas, dude, from the beach. But it was weird though, because like They just attacked my junk, dude. I must have not showered that day and was just extra ripe, or I don't know, dude.
Yo, you ever seen a pack of the heater bumps live in flesh on a man or a woman?
Dude, Nick was never so happy to hear that he had fleas. Ever.
Yeah, dude.
So
They called it. You know, I got tested. They took a blood test and then gave me the Q-tip just for good measure. And they called me and they're like, well, you know, you're negative, you know, and I was like, well, what the fuck do I have then, you know? And it was gone
Fleas.
at this
You got
point.
fleas.
And he, you know, he's like, well, it's probably a bug or something. You know, you were at the beach. It's probably. I was like, oh, all right, cool. I'm happy with that,
dude. I remember I had this buddy, man. He was a slayer, bro. In high school, he was already like 150 women in. You know what I mean?
That's how I was at Bimmer.
Yeah, he was taking numbers, right? But he had the thing. He had the heater on his cedar. Derek Jeter with that thing, you know, hitting things. But my other homie, you know, we were all like, yo, we can't get with that one because my homie got with that one. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
X marks the spot,
right.
motherfucker.
You know, and he was slaying good-looking chicks, you know what I mean? And so one day my boy's like, yo, bro, I think I got that thing. And I was like, nah, yo, let's call the homie. Let's see. And so we called a homie and we're like, yo, dude, like, we needed to come check this out. Like one of the bros might have caught it, you know what I mean? And the homie comes through and, you know what I mean, three dudes standing in a little circle. And I'm like, yo, just pull it out, dog. Like we was doing a drug deal, but with dicks, you know? And,
dick deal.
Yeah, dick deal. And my homie, you know what I mean, he just pulled his thing out and he said, yo, dude, is this it? My homie looked at him and he said, nah, bro, let me show you. Yo, you get a real live in action angry set of the bumps, bro. It looked like a little gnome weed whacker went to the head of this man's thing, bro. Man. It looked aggressive. And what really bugged me out, though, bro, so my dude automatically was like, yes, it wasn't the thing. But what really bugged me out is later that night we went and kicked it in Bowling Green. And my man's was just out there with that big old weed whack broomstick, bro. It looked like somebody
just
spreading, bro.
Oh, man.
Like butter on bread.
That's awful.
It was bad, bro. It was bad.
He was fucking spreading margarine, dude.
Yeah, I kept my thing in between my things. When I couldn't do it, bro. My thing's too good.
It's real easy to get out here and get caught slipping, though, dude.
Yeah. My shit's sacred like an old bottle of wine, you know what I mean? You know, pop that thing on special occasions. You know? Shit. That's how I think of my shit, like a sacred temple.
It took you a while to get to that moment of being a sacred temple, dude. You know, a lot of temples were desecrated many times before they became good temples.
I mean, I treated the rest of my shit, bro, like, you know, you got the altar, you got the church, and then the altar, you know what I mean? Like, my body, my arms, like, my mind, all that shit got desecrated. You know, I was shooting heroin, I was fucking beating shit up. But
yeah, you don't really not have
as far as my altar, bro, like, man, I kept that thing in, but
good working
dude, my
condition.
body was terrible, man. I weighed like 120 pounds and I ate fucking like Twizzlers, dude. That's it. That was my fucking Twizzlers and Monsters and potatoes and crack, dude, and potatoes and heroin.
I never did the cracks, so I don't know.
You never did crack?
Never did
That,
crack.
dude. That was what like you know, when I was doing dope. You know, I was fortunate to have a good job, and I somehow could like manage it financially, anyways. But when I started smoking the crack, dude, holy shit! Yeah. Within like 2 months, I was in rehab.
Yeah. What was your? So Nick gets tics, right? Me too. Like Nick will get like, you know, he'll do some humming shit. But what was your prime tic when you were smoking crack?
That was it. It was just way worse. Kana, dude. Kana said like she like, you know, I lived in an apartment on the 3rd story, and she said when I was coming home, she would hear me like coming up the hallway, just like high as fuck on crack. Yeah, dude. Like it's like all the neighbors probably heard it and shit. Yeah, it was wild, dude. I used to I smoked crack with this dude one time.
Me too.
He would
I couldn't stand you guys.
Every time he smoked crack, he would like hide in the closet. Or like not necessarily a closet, just wherever he was. He would hide and like think people were coming for him, dude. And it was like to the point where I was like, dude, what enjoyment are you getting out of this, dude? Like, why even do it?
That's drug addiction.
Yeah. When you really don't want to do something, but you're just forced to do it.
I can't stop.
But like, I would be like, man, I can't wait to smoke crack because it feels great. But this dude would be like, man, I can't wait to smoke crack to go hide in a closet and think fucking people are coming after me. Like, what the fuck? It was wild.
Drugs, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I'm glad that I abused drugs for a long time.
Yeah, man, me too.
Yeah.
I got all my partying out of the way. I got all that out of my system, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Not to mention, it just, I have a better quality of life now because of it.
Yeah. Better understanding,
understanding of life,
Big
understanding of mental health, my mental health. Before I didn't know none of that shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like, like for me, it's like, I believe that I have to do this work in order to stay healthy and good. I believe that, but at the same time, me doing this is like forced me to learn how to stand and take responsibility and mature. Like, I think that there's a lot of people out there that are old in years, mature in years, but not mature in their mind or their heart, and like being in recovery has said, hey man,
it's time to grow the fuck up.
Time to really do that, you know what I mean? And now it's like, man, dude, I'm thankful for it. Although I'd like to pass these lessons on to my son without him having to go through that.
Yeah.
But for me, it was.
What would you do?
I'm appreciative.
What would you do if your son ends up, coming down the path that we went down?
I don't know, man. I don't think there's really anything you can do other than, you try to teach him and I don't know. I don't think there's anything you can actually do other than just teaching how to, as they grow up. Number one, I think the most important thing is trying to keep them away from as much trauma as you can. Yeah. Just being a healthy individual and having a healthy family. But other and like the teaching thing. But man, I think that there's nothing. Yeah. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
I don't know what I'd do, bro. I don't know. I think I'd try my best to press down on him and remove any enabling, there. But overall, I'd be sick, bro. I'd be really sick
That'd
over
be
that.
Hard.
Man.
That'd be really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine what you need to do,
right?
And it's easy to do that with other people, but when it comes to like your son or your daughter, that would be way harder to do. And then, of course, you want to push down on them, but me and you and Kinzel both know.
Yeah.
When our families were trying to push down on us,
it's worse.
We went harder.
Dude. Yeah. Like I think of, my dad was, he was in AA. He's got like over 30 years sober, and he went through that with me and my brother both. And he just like would try to tell us, but he wouldn't like force it down our throat or nothing. He'd be like, hey man, this is probably what's gonna happen. You got a problem. And I'd be like, yeah, fuck off. Okay. There was nothing that he could do that was gonna change anything.
How big of a factor do you think the 12 steps have played in your guys' lives?
Dude, it's the biggest factor in my life.
People can work the 12 steps who don't use substances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, if you worked the 12, if you read it just as like a self-help book and did what they asked of you, you would probably become a better person.
Yeah, for sure. If you, like, take the drug and alcohol part out of it and just, word it differently. For sure, man. But, yeah, it, like, and I'm not the best at it, now. Continuing to work them in my life, I definitely struggle with that at points, you know what I mean? But I know how to get back to it. But no, without that though, man, I wouldn't know how to. I'd be very selfish and still try to blame everything on.
What made you start the 12 steps? Like, what made you say, I'm going to do that?
Because I was fucking tired of living the way I was.
Because I saw the people that worked them and how they were living, and they weren't all fucked up, and
Same.
that's what I wanted.
Same.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to be fucked up, and I was willing to do whatever.
Same.
What's worse than being addicted to drugs is being sober, miserable.
Oh.
I mean, that's just the worst.
Yeah.
You know? Being sober, not getting high, but still feeling like you want something more, and you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And you don't know where to get it from.
Oh.
That's why a lot of people go back to getting high.
Yeah.
They're not happy.
Yeah. I never could... Dude, I only lasted, without, doing that, all the times I tried to get sober, without the 12s, the longest I lasted, outside of rehab, I'd leave rehab, I think, maybe 2 weeks was the longest I lasted, not, just trying to do it all on self-will, without something else.
That sucks, dude.
Man.
2 weeks, dude, that's all I could take.
I remember white-knuckling it, dude.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of treatment. I was like, I'm going to stay sober.
I remember this.
In spite of these people.
Yeah.
And it just sucked, dude.
Yeah.
I did not want to be sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that time, dude. It was tough.
All right, guys. Well, let's take a brief intermission, and we will get back into this in just a moment. Welcome back to Agro Labs Podcast. I'm Cameron, your host, and if you're just tuning in now, I am with Juan and Kinzel.
Orale.
Hello.
So before the podcast had that brief intermission, we were talking about people being stupid and not being able to change their mind on something. Right? Having those facts concrete in front of you, but still just outright denying it.
Yeah.
You have to be a smart person in order to change your mind.
Yeah. Adapt, open up, evolve. Yeah, dude. Important,
Yeah.
Do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For some people, they equate being right with happiness.
Yeah, that's just pride.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to be so happy when I'm right and people can see that I'm right.
Yeah, dude. That shit sucks. Dude.
What a grandiose thought.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, you got to be able to adapt your thinking, especially when there's new facts that come out about things. And I don't know, man.
My quality of life's better when I do that. I've been in a position where I haven't wanted to change my stance or my belief on something, for many years in my life. And there's been periods of time still where it might happen, but I'm glad that I have some awareness and some insight onto myself to say, you know what, man, actually I'm not feeling good inside. I'm aggressive. I have this aggressive turmoil inside where I'm like, ooh, and it's like, why?
Because we want to be right.
Yeah.
And I want someone to validate why I'm right. Yeah. And that's what's really good for all the shitty opinions out there is that everyone can get validated nowadays. You're one click away from getting validated.
For sure. You can always find something that'll make you right.
Yeah, you look at an old school man, bro, that had think about an old school man whose woman just had something to say. Yeah. He just learned how to say nothing, bro.
Nothing.
Wise man, he just dropped things like
I'm
my dad.
I'm still learning that, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't... Whatever, bro.
Yeah. It's tough, man, to do that. I like to always have something to say, but...
You're the king of one-liners.
You are the king.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty good at that. That's a learned... Man, I had to. My fucking brother and shit. Just
kicking your ass.
Yeah, dude, I had to learn how to have something, dude, and it was always the mouth, dude. I was way better at making him feel stupid, because he was way better at kicking my ass, I had to have something, man. Anyone.
I feel like as growing boys, I feel like it's pretty healthy to have someone kick your ass.
Oh, yeah, you need it.
Dude, competition, bro. It's healthy, man.
You need it, dude.
That's healthy, man. If that fear to compete in is debilitating, dog. That fear to get in the ring, whether it's mentally, verbally, physically, or with yourself to compete with yourself to do better, and you're like, no, I don't want to fail. That's debilitating, bro.
That happens especially when I want to impress somebody.
Yeah. Quick side note about getting my ass kicked, dude. I remember in high school, I was 16, and you get about that age, you hit puberty, and you're feeling like you're a lot tougher than you are and shit. And I got
a lot more adrenaline and testosterone pumping through you.
Yeah, man. So I got suspended from school, and I was over at my dad's, you know, and like my dad, so he, you know, he was alcoholic, got sober, and he got like hooked on working out, dude. He was a fucking monster, dude. And you know, so he was like trying to make me do all this math homework that I didn't have to do, but just because I was suspended and he wanted to punish me, you know. And I was like, nah, dude, fuck you, I'm not doing that.
I'm suspended.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing it. And he's like, yeah, you are. And I was like, no, I'm not, dude. And I stood up and got in his face, and he fucking grabbed me by the neck and choke slammed me, dude, like Undertaker choke slam, dude. And then got on top of me and started screaming, spit coming in my face, dude. That's the one and only time I ever like tried to tough up on my dad, dude. I learned my lesson that day.
There's always going to be that moment where you know, you're going to test your dad and you're going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think every boy has that moment.
Yeah.
Yep,
I think it takes a man to handle that moment.
Yeah. He got me good, dude.
Yeah, to say, no, this ain't that.
Yeah.
I'm still daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
You
daddy,
just got big, buddy.
right. That daddy posture's real, bro. You know somebody who's not daddy and somebody who is. Because daddy can even have his ass kicked and he'll still look at you like, you ain't daddy, though. You might have punched me in my shit, but I'm still daddy.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for me, I especially feel a sense of competition or ego when I'm with my girlfriend's parents.
Dude, come on now, bro. This is touchy, man. Real touchy, bro. So I'm gonna get into it, bro. You know, like for me, man, I'm with a girl, dude. She's amazing. She's great. You know, she comes from a different way of life. You know, I'm the half Mexican garden boy in Toledo, Ohio. You know what I mean? Like she's from New Hampshire, bro. Like that just sounds like
Where's New Hampshire?
Bro, it's up in the
What
sky,
is that even?
It rides on a cloud, bro.
It's in a Stephen King novel.
Right. But she's from New Hampshire, bro. And she, like, got brought up different, you know? Like, some real high life, good life, bro. And, like, I get with her, bro. And, you know, I'm like, man, how do I got this girl, dude? You know, I got a good heart. I believe I got a good heart, you know? But, it's tough, man, because, like, my dad, you know, he's like, yo, you know, I'm like, Dad, she's a good girl, huh? And he was like, yeah, son, she's a good girl. But if you want to keep a good girl, you got to be a great man. You know, and one day, you know, it hit me, dude, and I'm like, man, I got to figure out how to do this. But her parents, you know, never really got to know me. They're hundreds of miles away, you know, and like inside, you know, they're like, man, what are you doing in Toledo still, bro? What are you still doing in Toledo?
Come up here to the clouds.
Right, come back. Life's good here, but she's sick, you know, she got the illness we got, you know, with the substances and stuff, you know, and so, you know, that's a big factor, you know, and we created this little nook of life, and it was hard for me to figure out and feel accepted, and like I didn't have problems, really too many problems with acceptance of other people, but for them it's like, I'm like, man, they're like better than me, you know, and I wanted them to say, hey, you're worth it too, kid, you know, because they came from something.
Came from the clouds.
Yeah, they came from the clouds, bro, you know, and I wanted them to see, like, you know, I'm trying, bro, and I'm a good guy.
They were like James and the Giant Peach, dude.
Straight up, bro. I was trying to climb that stalk, cuz, and they kept throwing peaches down, bro. And, you know, but recently, bro, like, things have evolved over the past 4.5 years being with her. And beginning of October, you know, we went on a trip out there, bro. You know, and I'm like, you know what? Dude, I'm just me, bro. Like, I'm a good dude.
You are.
I'm a wild man, too, bro. Like, you know, I don't, like, I'm kayaking in thunderstorms. I'm in the river in the freezing cold. Like,
Juan Grills, dude.
Juan Grills, bro. You know, Chicano style, orale. You know, and, like, that's just how I get down, bro. I'm an adventurous spirit, and I'm like, I'm going out there. I'm going to be my confident, strong, 37-year-old man self, and I'm going to be who I am. You know, and I go out there, and we, the first day, we get there, and then we sleep, because it was a little later. And the next day, we're on this ski slope, and they had these mountain bikes, right? And they had these, you can go mountain biking, bro, and it's like this crazy obstacles, bro, like you're Dave Mura style,
in the snow?
No, it wasn't in the snow. It's October.
Okay.
I'm with her dad, and her dad's great, bro.
He's been riding fucking mountains,
Dude, he's
forever.
the best, bro. He's so good, dude. You know, and me and her mom have had a hard go here and there. You know, like trying to figure each other out. But she's like, be careful, you know. And I'm like this big adventurous dude. Like, don't emasculate me. I'm not being careful.
Be careful.
Right, you be careful, bro. I'm a savage. But I'm with her dad, and we're going down this mountainside, bro, and we go down and they have all these jumps and these hard turns and like tabletops, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm athletic, I'm killing it, bro. I'm like, at one point her dad's in front of me leading the way almost the whole time, and I'm like, nah, that's not it. And I do some real serious like BMX 1994, like, you know, GT Informer type jump over this thing, bro. And I get in front of him and I land it, bro. And I'm like, yeah. And I kill it down the slope, and we get down to the slope. He was like, whoa, like, dude, Juan, like, you killed that. And I'm like, yeah, dog, that's right. You know what I mean? And we're like going back up the lift, and we get on the lift and we do it again. And they had different grades of like difficulties, yeah. You know, and you had to be careful, because if you like missed the turn, you'd be on a 2, and then out of nowhere you didn't hit this turn and you're on a 5. I missed the turn, right? Next thing you know, bro, and I'm like, whatever, I'm in it, bro. I'm zoned out, dude. Like, once I'm in. I buy in, I'm in, no matter what I'm doing. And I'm jumping over like boulders, bro, like hitting these jumps. And then I didn't know this because I'd never been on this course on this mountain before, you know. And but there was these 2 jumps that were coming up that were the biggest jumps on the spot. They were like the ones like the pros go out here and they're like, yo, I'm gonna hit these 2 sweet jumps, you know. And I'm like looking at them, I'm like, oh, bet I'm gonna hit this motherfucker. I ain't joking, you know. We're at like a 45-degree, you know, incline on this mountain. I'm cooking, dude. I'm going a solid 35, 40, and I hit this first jump, boy, and I like tail whip out on the side, like, and I landed, bro, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm the man, bro. And then right after that, you could either go to the right and not hit the next jump, or you could go to the left and hit the jump. And I'm like, left. And I didn't know what was going on the other side of the jump or around it. I just seen there was a turn coming up, and I'm like, fuck this, I'm hitting the jump. Like, her dad's right behind me. This like homie's gonna see me show out. It's gonna be what's up. And I hit this jump, bro, and I'm up in the air, and next thing I know, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. And I just like brace for impact, bro, and I bite it, dude. And I full shoulder, I weigh 220 pounds, dude. All my weight from like 15, 20 feet in the air comes down straight on my shoulder, and I'm like knocked the wind out of myself, and I get up and I'm like, can't breathe. And her dad comes strolling up like 20 seconds later, and I'm like, damn, I did it. I fucked it up. I'm fucked up, bro. I'm talking to her dad just like this, bro. I'm fucked up. Like, this shit ain't good. Like, what are we gonna tell Ray, bro? You know? And he's like, oh my God, you okay? And I'm like, dude, it's bad. Like, the bone is sticking out, dog.
No,
dude, come feel my shoulder, dog. It's bad. Like, I'm still whacked out because I don't have medical insurance. Right, this is the first day after like me getting with her family, you know what I mean, and like coming and being around for real. And me and Dan, like, I gotta ride down, bro. My arm's out of socket, like adrenaline's so hard that I'm tasting metal and blood, you know what I mean? Like, still going. I had to ride down the mountain with my shoulder. I have an AC separation, my collarbone detached from the shoulder. And I get down to the bottom and I'm looking, and she's like, he's like, oh, her dad's scared for me, bro. Her dad's got that look like, I'm sorry, like it wasn't me. I know you told me to keep an eye on him, but he did it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, it's bad, you know. And she's like, I told you to be careful, and I just wanted to, and I was like, fuck, you dead, you know, you dead. And I spent like, it's crazy because like on that trip I went to go to the hospital and everything else, and first of all, you know, I don't do pain meds. That's one thing, you know what I mean? And they're like, no, you good? I'm like, man, I'm good. You know, never will be that. And so I go home and we rested off, and the next day we had a hike up a mountain. We're in New Hampshire. You know, they got
that's
mountains.
What they do.
That tail end of the Appalachian, that's what they do. And I'm like, yo, I'm still me. I don't hike mountains with shoes on, bruh. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, this is me. This is what you get. You might catch me with the shoulder out of socket and my shoes off hiking a mountain. And she's like, you sure you want to do that? I said, this is what I do. But it felt really good. I say all this to say, like, that's just how I get it, man. I'm learning my lessons like anybody else in life. But I went into this situation with the in-laws. I'm looking for them to approve of me. At the same time, I'm trying to prove myself to myself. And really it didn't have to be that serious, but, and I feel like I did a good job, navigating and just standing into my man, stepping into my man, into my person on this little visit with them, man. And, I feel like I made friends. I feel like I got to know them. They got to know me. And, in-laws are tough, bro. In-laws are tough, dude.
I get nervous just being around my girlfriend's parents, and it's not because I'm nervous and I don't like them, because I love her parents, actually. Mm-hmm. It's because I want them to like me.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. This gift. Hey, this is my gift. It's my human. You know what I mean? And I want them to know I'm going to take care of your human, And for me, I think it made it a lot harder because for myself, this in particular made it really difficult because I feel like I am a good guy. I'm a good guy. I treat her well. Like, I don't see where there would be other than money, you know what I mean? Like, what I have to offer is good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, man, dude, like, I'm good. I'm not being mean. I don't swear at her. I don't speak down to her. I don't do this. I take care of her. And you still don't like me? Or you don't approve of me? Like, that was like, man, well, what else does a man got to do?
You got to make a couple jumps.
Make a couple jumps, bro. You got to hit
Separate a shoulder.
I knew her dad because her brother-in-law is like serious with the extreme sports. He's about that. And her dad was like, yo, Maxie. I'm like, well, I'm sweet, bro. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm sweet. Plus, I got 5 mopeds.
So when you separated your shoulder, you broke it,
dude. Hold on, I'm gonna show.
You're about to get surgery, aren't you?
Yeah, I got to go get surgery. I finally got some insurance and set up an appointment, but it's twacked, bro. It's twacked out.
It's still twacked.
Yeah, it's done, bro.
She went to the hospital and they were just like, yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, they were like, dude, it's separated. It's bad.
And it's still that way.
Oh, man.
You see it?
Yeah, right there.
Is that your collarbone right there?
Yeah, that's my collarbone sticking out from my shoulder.
Yeah, that ain't supposed to be there.
Can you see it push down?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
you did good, dude.
I did a good job. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, are you in extreme discomfort every day of your life now?
Sometimes. Yeah. I'm learning it's healing fucked up. But, you adapt. You know what I mean? Like, what was I going to do?
You use your left hand instead of your right?
I can't do certain things, certain motions, certain weights. But overall, like, it doesn't stop, me from doing too much. But it really does. I minimize it because,
can you still roll dice?
Boy, I can roll dice no matter what. I wasn't born with one hand, bro. I got 2. You know what I mean?
One hand sometimes is better than the other at rolling dice, though.
I haven't hurt myself in a long time.
Me neither, man.
Like literally, went out and broke a bone or anything like that. Me neither.
I broke a leg in high school, but shit, that's probably the worst I've been hurt
since.
That pop
is so loud in your fucking head, dude. When you break a bone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It is so loud.
I heard the tendon snap.
Oh, man.
Dude. It was like...
Yeah,
I felt it,
dude. And that feeling you get when you know you're fucked up,
that adrenaline,
something's broke or something.
I was lightheaded,
yeah, dude.
It's like your head's on fire for a couple seconds.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then the adrenaline kicks in. You're like, okay, I'm fucked up, like you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And then here comes the pain.
Yeah, dude. It was brutal. You guys aren't kicking it. I get hurt all the time. It's all right. You know what I mean? I'm out on the river. I'm doing crazy shit. Typically. Come on out with me, bro. Let's go get hurt.
Yeah. I'll come out with you, dude. But I mean, I've physically broken almost every bone on the left side of my body. Mm-hmm. My arm, my growth plate, and my foot.
Yeah, you've been fucked up.
You got fucked up.
Yeah, dude. So I haven't. Nothing like that has happened to me in quite some time, dude.
It's not fun.
No, dude.
No.
as an adult, it's fucking bad.
It takes longer to heal.
Yeah, everything's bad, you know.
Can you imagine having to work with that thing if you had to work right now?
Dude, no, I can't. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. You know, some of the things that I do, yeah, but like, you know, I used to do some labor. I can't do labor. I can't do like manual labor right now.
Dude, medical insurance needs to be something, and I don't know how they're going to figure it out, because I don't know what the right way is. But all I know is
it's crazy.
It literally, my premiums for my work insurance
cost of it's insane.
Doubled in the past year. Yeah. So like I'm paying $120 every paycheck for some shitty mid-level deductible.
Yeah, and it's probably only going to get worse with the COVID shit and everything.
Man.
So before they even pay for anything, I got to pay fucking $4,000 into the insurance before I can go to like, you know, ER visits and shit like that. But if I needed a major surgery like you, $4,000 is coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
To pay for that surgery before they give me this surgery.
Right. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've had a lot of opportunities in the past months since then, and leading up to it, for me to go like somewhere and be employed. And honestly, like I'm like, yo, I need to have this done, and I don't want to get put on a policy that's going to make that happen. So I've had to make like a sacrifice financially and professionally to sit back and wait for Medicaid to come in. You know what I mean? Kick in. You know what I mean? Which has been tough. You know, just for the surgeries, I lucked out for real. Timing wise, I smart with my money and had a little bit of time to wait on that. But dude, without that, I can't. Dude, I'd be so pissed right now if I had to pay all that money.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's crazy, man. People get fucked.
Lose
their whole saving. I mean, dude, if someone has something bad happen, they're going to pay for it the rest of their life. Man.
I'm filing Chapter 7 right now because of $88,000 from back in March.
People can't pay for their medications, bro.
Yeah.
You know, kids with epilepsy, diabetes.
Yeah. So we have the greatest country on earth, but we can't figure out a fucking legitimate medical system.
Let's go to Oak Island, bro.
You know?
Nova Scotia, bro. Canada. Canucks.
Yeah, but like, do they even have it figured out, man?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think any system is really perfect.
I don't know, man. Some of those European joints, bro. Finland, Denmark.
Yeah, but they're fucking like 300,000 people, dude.
But they,
they still have
dude,
problems.
America,
in other
dude,
areas.
just has fucking. Dude, we're just like walking around. We're literally cancer cells on the face of the earth, dude. We're just obese. We're fucking. we die of cancer. Like babies come out of the womb with cancer in America.
Man.
You know,
dude, just walking around with tumors.
So that McDonald's, dude.
They were just born in this world and they had a tumor because his mom.
All that Taco Bell we eat. You know?
Literally, bro, babies are being born and they're just like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Right? They come out with a fucking McDouble in their hand, bro.
Yeah, that poor mom ate sweet and sour sauce, and now her fucking son's autistic.
It smells like a McRib.
You know, catching cases of the tism. You know,
tisms everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
man,
and it's not stopping. And that's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Like
that sucks.
What are we really gonna do with this medical system? Because me and you worked on it, right? Like we know some things about it. But then also, how can the insurance companies and the doctors get away with this shit? How can it's the hospitals, right? Yeah. How can the hospitals and institutions get away with this fucking buffoonery?
Yeah, dude, you don't even know the price of shit. Like
you gotta itemize it
until you get a bill. You know
I don't
what
even
I mean?
like looking at that, dude, because I feel so like I have no control there, and people are like, "You got a voice," so I'll give the voices I have it. With what they give me, but I don't even like to look at this kind of issue because it's like, does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter what I say, what I do?
Because kind of does. Your fucking shoulder's fucked up.
Yeah, but like, I mean, overall, like, you know, in the bigger picture, like, nah, you know, for me to get my shoulder fixed, I had to do some fucked up shit that they won't really like, which is not go to work.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go to work, and now I got insurance that I can afford. Crazy.
My mom pays out of pocket. She's self-employed. My mom pays out of pocket for a Obamacare plan from the marketplace. Mm-hmm. But it like only covers certain shit. It only does certain things. It's not like a private policy from a work or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Or Medicaid. Medicaid's golden because anything you need, they just fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. You know, unless you're on a surgery that you don't need, but could have like an elective surgery, Medicaid won't pay for that. But if you're like, man, dying, then they're going to pay for it.
Yeah, this is a whole rabbit hole that's stirring me up inside right now.
Yeah, we could talk. This could spin off into a lot of things.
Serious rabbit hole of fucking fuckery capitalism.
Well, you got to think about it, right? There's that was like Obama's like big parade in 2008 was like, hey, healthcare for all, which I'm for. If done correctly, right? And here we are, 12 years later, and we each probably have some things that have happened to us that have affected us from hospitals and institutions and the medical field, right?
Yeah. Well, the politicians are in cahoots, bro.
You think so?
Yeah,
you think they're hooting together?
They're hooting, bro. Their pockets are getting skimmed up, bro, like silk liners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're making policies and passing all kinds of craziness. You know what I mean? They're all fucking with each other that way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's their hustle, bro. That's their hustle. And you got a few of them that are good, but man, you can't stand up to the mountain like that.
Yeah, but when you got 6 Hooters, the one good hoot might be drowned out by the Hooters.
Right.
Done, bro.
Fucking Hooters, man.
You know, it's like the one ugly chick at Hooters.
Man, makes me think about this blunt I smoked, this Hooter, dude, full of mushrooms.
Full of mushrooms?
Yeah.
Full of mushrooms?
Yeah.
I've never smoked mushrooms.
What, bro? You throw a little bit of bud on there with some caps crumbled up, bro?
And I always ate mine.
Man, bro. You eat a couple, bro. Man, we used to crush up. We'd get a 1/4 pound of mushrooms, bro. You know what I mean? We're talking about some real shit right now. We get a 1/4 pound, we'd eat all of it, and at the bottom there'd be shake. Dude, hold on. Let me take this back, bro. We went on a fucking kayaking trip, a canoeing trip with me and the boys back in the day. A whole bunch of us. There was 11 canoes tied off together, and we took a 1/2 pound of mushrooms with us. And we're on the river, bro. We're up in Michigan on the river, dog, and we have this 1/2 pound, bro, and we end up scarfing this whole thing. But at the bottom, there was a solid, like, I'd say a
1/4.
Yeah, dude, at least a half. You know what I mean? I just told you like how many shrooms we had, you know, and dude, at the bottom it was shake, and we were just dipping our hand in the water, and then we just dip it in the shake, and we called it a fun dip. We just lick our fingers. Fun dip. You know what I mean? And
that is wild,
dude. These fun dips were popping, and my boy Blake, dog, he was my guy, and Blake got so fucked up, bro. He turned into an alien. He turned into a monster. He didn't know how to talk. He was literally like Mike Tyson if he had his lips sewn shut. You know what I mean? Like, he was yelling and shit. We had to put him in the middle of the canoes with a life jacket on. Tootie was in the kayak all fucked up on mushrooms. My buddy Roger's parents were with us, and they had the cooler in theirs, and they were throwing Jello shots, and Tootie tipped their fucking canoe, and Tootie was crying. We put him in a life jacket with Blake sitting in front of him, like, they were like holding each other, and then I'm sitting up at the front, you know what I mean? I got big old hairy feet, and I'm guiding the ship, you know, like Frodo Baggins, like the Mexican Frodo Baggins up there. You know what I mean? And I'm just taking fun dips, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the night, bro, you know what I mean? I get out the canoe, and I fucking remember, all I remember is us eating all them shrooms, bro. And at the end of the night, I knew what the fire was saying. You know what I mean? I was having a conversation with the fire.
The fire was talking to you.
Smoking a Hooter full of shrooms, bro. Talking to the fire about life and medical insurance.
You guys remember Purple Salvia? Did you ever fuck with that?
Fuck that.
I personally have watched people smoke it, but I myself have never touched it.
No, man. I remember I tried it a couple times. Yeah. So, dude, I only did it I tried it a couple times, but it only worked one time. And, I remember it tasted like cat piss. Yeah. It tasted terrible, but I remember we did it. We were in my buddy's basement, dude. We did it, and I smoked it, and I was like standing there talking to my buddy. I was like, dude, you feel anything? You feel like I don't feel anything. You know, and then all of a sudden, dude, I felt like I was in a video game.
Yeah, salvia don't play.
Yeah, dude, and like, I can't even describe it, dude. He like, all of a sudden he got like shot back, but it was like in 2D. I don't know, dude. It's hard to explain, but it lasted for like 5 minutes, and it was scary as fuck.
Scary, bro.
I never did it again after that, dude. That shit scared the
salvia
fuck out
and
of me.
DMT were the two fucking craziest things I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, dude.
Those were the two wildest things. I had a buddy that was a fucking DMT fanatic, and I was good, dude. I was good after a couple times doing that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I never did DMT.
You don't know if you're talking to aliens, yourself, your inner conscious, or God, dude.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
You're seeing geometry patterns in your eyelids, and you're rushing through them.
Nice.
Honestly, for me, bro, it was there was a lot of hallucinogenic factors, visualization things, but more than anything, for me, it was a feeling that I had of understanding and knowing that I can't fully explain. Being around like another human being and like feeling like as they're moving or saying or doing, I know deeply what's happening with me and them, having like a different dialogue, even
connection.
With myself. Yeah, my thoughts seem to be connected to me before my thoughts were connected to me. If that makes sense.
You were like having like an outer body experience almost.
Yeah, but it was kind of scary too, coming away from it after a few times. You know, like it got scary for me coming away from that. You know, coming out of that, it's like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. Like, I felt like crazy.
You cracked the fucking Da Vinci Code, dude.
Yeah,
it was weird. It wasn't, I don't know, I would have cracked something, dog.
So, I to this day, I really don't know what this was, but it was probably
Red Rock Opium.
But it was probably the scariest moment of my life. I'm at a party. I'm like 15. I was smoking some weed previously before the party, and we get to the party, and we got there late, and all the liquor and alcohol is gone, right? Which we were kind of let down by. And there was a half-drinking Four Loko sitting on this counter. So I grabbed it up, and I chugged that motherfucker, dude. Chugged the half of four, and about a minute later, I start profusely sweating. Right? I don't know why I'm profusely sweating. I drink a lot this time, you know. I'm a pretty big binge drinker on Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, my vision goes to like, you know, like when you go like onto like a fuzzy channel on your TV set.
Mm-hmm.
My vision goes gray and white and gray off-white, little shades of colorings, and it literally looks like that TV channel. And I am flipping out. I'm sitting next to my buddy next to me, like, dude, something's fucking wrong. I can't see anything else but the gray and the white, right? And I try to I close my eyes, and I try to open them again, and instead of it being gray and white, it was blackness.
Oh my god!
It was fucking blackness, bro. And I immediately start freaking out, going, I can't fucking see. I can't see. I can't see. Right? And this real kind gentleman, I think his name was Demetrius, dude. He was this real cool black dude. He like pulled me into the bathroom, and he just looked at me. And I mean, I don't know if he was looking at me because I was blind, but he just said, I remember him going, "Homeboy fucked up." That's all I remember him saying. But he sat with me the whole time. He's like, "Yeah, homeboy fucked up." And I remember sitting on this. I was sitting on like the edge of a bathtub, and he was sitting on the toilet next to me. Right? Yeah. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to close my eyes and open them to see again, and it's just black. It's just black, dude. You know,
that's terrifying.
That's some K-hole type shit.
And
man.
I'm like, God, please, I swear to God, I won't have sex again. I won't drink again. I won't smoke another cigarette. Just please, can I see, please? And I'd open my eyes back up, and I couldn't see nothing, dude. And lasted that way for 20 minutes, bro. And I was profusely sweating. I lost all. I think I had like vertigo. Like I couldn't keep balanced. Like I felt like unbalanced when I would walk.
Yeah.
And finally, one time, I just opened up my eyes after a good half an hour. My vision came back.
Whoa.
That's nuts.
And to this day, I still don't know what the fuck that was.
Dude, have you guys ever been roofied?
I've roofied myself.
Have you?
Yeah.
Dude, I got a couple of roofies. I've been roofied twice, man.
like you roofied yourself?
No, dude, no. So
I think I was roofied maybe.
Once was at Put-in Bay, which is notorious for it. So me and my buddy, we had just gotten there, man. We took the Jet Express over, and I had like a little buzz. I had a few beers, and we're at this bar, and someone was passing around shots. There was 2 shots, and they were like, "Does anyone want these?" And everyone's like, "Oh, don't do it. They're roofied." And I was like, "Man, fuck that. I'm not no bitch. You know what I mean? Give me that shit." And my buddy too.
You got people literally saying, "No, they're roofied, bro."
Yeah, and I was like, "Nah, I don't care, dude. I want it." So hell yeah. So I fucking took it, dude, and I don't remember shit afterwards, dude. I don't remember shit. I remember waking up in Port Clinton at the hotel room, dude, and it was like 3 a.m. And we were with these 2 girls, and yeah, dude, they said we took them shots, and then, dude, they had to we were knocked everywhere we went, dude. They had to fucking carry us.
Yeah, GHB ain't no joke, bro.
Yeah, and then another time I was in BG, and I had just gotten
notorious for roofies.
That's when you got the bumps on your dick.
Yeah, exactly. I had just gotten to this party, man, and we were playing beer pong, and I was there for like 15 minutes, and that's all I remember, dude. And then I woke up in my buddy's car, in the back of it, in Genoa, like back at his house. But I didn't know where the fuck I was. I didn't know this. I know I woke up and it was freezing, dude. It was like December, January. It was like 20 degrees out. And the motherfucker left me in his car because he couldn't wake me up. So I remember I thought I was in Perrysburg. So I get out of his car. I think I'm at my buddy's house. Apparently I knocked on like 5 doors, but I only remember knocking on the one. I thought I was at my buddy's in Perrysburg. I called him and was like, "Dude, open up your fucking door. It's cold," while I'm banging on this door. And then a dude answers. He's like in his boxers, dude. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "Corey?" He's like, "Nah, dude." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, dude." So then I was like, "Sorry, man." And I turn around and a cop car
pulls
up.
Is this the same Corey that was in the trunk?
Yeah, dude.
Corey, bro.
Yeah, Corey.
Everybody has a Corey. I had Judy, he had a Corey, you had a Silva.
Corey. Corey's who I got in all my shit with. So I turn around and there's a cop car, and I read the side of it. It says Genoa PD. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? My mind was blown. I was like, I'm in Genoa? So the cop comes up and he knows me, of course.
Small town.
Yeah, well, yeah, and just, I'm a fucking drunk. So he's like, "Come on, Nick, hop in my car." I get in the back of his car, and he's like, "What are you doing, man?" I was like, "Dude, I don't fucking know, man." And he's like, "Well, I'm going to take you to your mom's." But he's like, "But I'm going to write you a ticket for when you put your car in the ditch a few weeks ago." And I was like, fair enough.
Fair enough, bro.
Drop me off in my mom's house.
So I got a buddy who I work with, and he tells me lots of stories about his dark web adventures.
Oh, man. You can get on all kinds of shit on that.
No, and he knows a lot of things about the things.
Yeah.
It's I don't think he's making this shit up, dude.
Right.
And he said at one point in time, him and his roommate's like the plug of the dark web. Are trying to concoct a way to do the perfect robbery, right? Yeah. And they end up buying some roofies from the dark web, some GHB. And the point of this is to figure out
everybody
to drug someone so that way they won't know who robbed them, but rob them and get all of their shit and not get caught. And then he told me, he's like, "But here's the thing, we didn't really know how much roofies to give somebody." So he goes and telling me this story that they had this friend that everyone picked on, so they slowly started roofing him throughout hanging out with him. So they said they gave him the first roof, and he started acting all loopy and crazy, but he like was still conscious and could still move around and talk. And the next time they hung out, they gave him a little bit more. Right, and this time he's just stumbling everywhere. You know what I mean? But he's still not asleep. He's still not roofied. You know. He said the next time they hung out with him, they gave him a little bit more. And this time he took it, and 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, he was just standing up and just fell on the ground.
Holy shit, dude! That's fucking crazy.
That's a good friendship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoever that dude is, he's a good friend, bro. Or he's just really fucked up. Boom.
Can you imagine, like, what's going on? What's wrong with me, dude? And all your friends are just roofing you for entertainment.
Dude, that's how we used to get down. We'd slip each other acid fucking at the bar. We'd slip each other GHB at the bar. It wasn't like getting roofied, though. Yeah. It was like, gotcha. You know what I mean? They'd be like, fuck, you fucked up.
Kind of like what a roofie is, though.
Right. Dude, being roofied with acid.
That's a bad combo.
It's like, like the first time, it's like fucking terrifying. And all you know is that you got 3 friends looking at you laughing at one point, like, and you're like, what the fuck's happened? They're like, dude, it's cool. It's cool. It's just acid.
Just let it happen.
Yeah. And then the next time it happens and you start hitting those eyes blink open, you're like, dog. And you're like, you got me again. You got me. You're at a bar and you're just fucking the only one on acid. It's a fucking horrible time.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Horrible time, dude.
I used to do a lot of mushrooms, man.
I was heavy hallucinogen, man.
Yeah, the first time I ever did mushrooms, I was, I don't know, I was probably like 17, and I ate a quarter.
Yeah.
I ate a whole quarter of myself the first time, and I didn't want to. My buddy was like, if you're going to do this, you're going to do this right. Yeah. Right? And it was someone I trusted. So I was like, yeah, dude, all right, I'll eat the quarter. But I only wanted to eat the eighth. I ate that quarter, dude. And 2 hours later, dude, I'm fucking transported into some deep, dark place in my mind, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't even talk. It's like your friend, when you're saying he couldn't talk, I couldn't talk either.
Yeah.
There was a moment in my trip where we're around a bunch of people. We were smoking weed before the trip kicked in. Mm-hmm. And I'm pointing halfway through my trip at my hand, and I'm doing this. I'm signaling that I'm thirsty because my brain literally cannot make my mouth move. Right? My brain is just like, I can think, I want water. Where's some water? Right? I can think that, but my mouth is like...
Or you just thought speaking was pointless. Right?
Either way, dude. I was sitting there for an hour, dude, cotton mouth, dude, just doing this, and they were looking at me like, what the fuck is he doing? And I'm just sitting there, the same thing, dude, just trying to signal. And finally my friend looks at me, and he was like the saving grace. He was like, he's thirsty, dude. He's thirsty, bro.
Dude, I had a very similar experience, Cam. We should get my mom on the phone one of these times for this one. Dude, first time I took mushrooms, it was similar. Around a quarter, bro. And it was me, Tootie, and my 2 other buddies, Brandon and Todd. And we were at this, I was like a senior, 18-ish, and we were at this girl's house, man, and we had a house party going on, and there was all the cliques there. So you had the jocks there, you had the emo dudes there, you had the bad dudes, the potheads.
Women don't discriminate.
No,
if you got beer and weed, you're good.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, yeah.
You had whoever and everybody there. So, dude, we eat all these shrooms, bro, and like we're kicking it. It's my first time doing them. I'm like, yo, I'm with me and my 4 best friends. It's good. I'm with my homies. You got the unit. When you got the unit, you're all right. You're safe.
Yeah.
You look across the room like, yeah, you got me. I got you. So I go on a car ride and I'm smoking some good ass back in the day, them BC buds in like 2002. You know them
BC buds.
Yeah, those British Columbia buds. You know what I mean? That's what they was called, them Northern Lights. And I'm in this car smoking and chilling with this wild dude named Waz. He's a fucking loop case. And I jump in these pile of leaves, and I'm like, I'm tripping fucking bad. And I get back, and I'm like, yo, we need to go back. I need to find the crew. You know what I mean? I'm fucking overboard right now. I need to get back on the shit. And we go back, and they're gone. They left.
Oh, no.
And I'm there at this party with a ton of people I don't really fuck with. and I fall into full-blown infancy, adolescence brain. Turned into, 18 years old, right back to 4 years old, terrified. Like, shit was, like, wild. I never experienced, like, visual hallucinations like that. And, like, all I remember is I wanted a girl to hold me like a mom, you know what I mean? So I'm like walking, and I had the same thing going on, Cam, but I'm like, I'm not talking because I'm stuck, bro.
He's reliving it right now.
I'm reliving it. Like, I'm walking through the kitchen like, shit, don't touch that wall, bro, to get you. You know what I mean? And finally I get into the room, and I'm like, yo, I just need to call my mom. I just need to call my mom, bro. She'll be cool with it. It's fine. And so she calls. They hook me up. I get the phone, pop open the Razor flip phone. I call my mom, and I'm like, yo, Mom, you need to come get me. I'm tripping my fucking balls off. And she's like, what? And I was like, I took a bunch of mushrooms, and I'm fucked up. And I'm 18. You don't cuss at your mom when you're 18, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, why are you cussing? I'm like, Mom, this shit's crazy. Please come. I can't do this. I'm freaking out. My mom pulls up, bro. Like, dude, it was bad. And she lets me in the car. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. Can we go home? And she's like, no, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. And I'm like, I just ate some mushrooms, and I just need to go home, Mom. And finally we get home, bro. And my mom's like, well, we're not going to tell your dad. So go straight upstairs.
Good looking.
Good old mom.
Good looking.
Coming through.
Right. And my sister is, she's a nice fucking acid head and former, tweaker like that too. And she's there. And my mom tells her and my sister, I walk in the door and she looks at me like, dumbass. But in a way, she's like, I got you, bro. And I go upstairs and I'm hiked up in the bed, bro. And fucking my dog comes in, bro. You fuck with an animal on mushrooms? You ever done that, bro? You ever been in close proximity with just you and an animal on fucking hallucinogens? Cuz?
No, I haven't.
Motherfucker, what, dude? World turns inside out, and that animal really shows you it ain't no animal, bro. This animal was smarter than me. My little Cocker Spaniel, bro, was talking to me. Bro. And my sister came in.
Like telepathically?
Telepathically talking to me like a grown-ass. My dog was 7, but I knew she was really 49 in real years, because like 7 years for every 7 years type shit with the dog. She was wise. And she was just sitting outside the door, like just staring at me for hours, bro. Hours just looking at me, and I'm just looking at her like, whoa. And my sister finally comes in and she said, are you talking to her? Bro, dude, she knew, bro.
That's funny, dude.
See, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a dog in the play when you fucking with them hallucinogens every once in a while to have like a real experience.
Yo, how about fucking parents, dude? Like, I always called my mom when I was on some shit, you know what I mean, and needed out of it. Like, I never, when I was younger, dude, it was just drinking, dude. I just drink like crazy. And we did like a lot of dumb shit, and like most of the dumb shit I did while drinking involved a vehicle.
Every time.
So like
every time.
Man, I can't tell you how many times, like that story I was just telling, dude, when the cop fucking drove me home to my mom.
Your mom was cool with it?
Yeah, she was mad, dude, but she was even more mad because the next morning I didn't know where my car was. So, like, I spent 3 hours calling around people trying to find my car. But, yeah, man, I did a lot of dumb shit involving alcohol, dude. Yeah. That was just crazy, especially with cars. Like I said, man, like, the one time, dude, I got a DUI, right?
Sure.
I got charged with it. And then it was like 3 weeks later, my lawyer got my license back. And it was Memorial Day weekend, and I was over at my buddy's house, and we were going to my friend's house that lived, so like there was a field in between their houses, Could
have walked.
Right, well, yeah, I could have, but I chose a faster option, So me and my buddy were going to his house, you know, and I was like, well, dude, you know, I just got that DUI, so I better drive through the field, dude. I better stay off the road. That sounded like a good idea, dude. So I fucking it was a 2000 Bonneville, dude, through this fucking bean field, going like 90 miles an hour, dude, just tearing that fucking field up.
It's the best.
And then we get into his property, my buddy's property, and there's like this little like valley you had to go through to get up into his. So he's like, all right, dude. He's like, you're going to probably have to gun it to get through all this shit. And I'm like, all right, dude. So I fucking hit the gas, and you know, I'm going like 30, and then my car just stops, dude. Just fucking stops.
In the middle of the field.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I back up a little bit, and I look, and there's a huge rock, dude, and there's oil all over the rock.
Oh, my God.
So I fucking shut my car off. I cracked the oil pan on the rock, dude. So we end up walking the rest of the way to my buddy's house, and his parents are there, and they made ribs, dude. They had like a bunch of leftover ribs, so we fucking, you know, we smashed the fuck out of these ribs. We ate them, and we're telling his parents what happened, and they're like, "You fucking idiots!" Da 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 da. So then, dude, we're like, well, dude, we better go hop in your truck and get this fucking car, you know. And we hop in there in his truck, and we're driving off. We didn't tell his parents. Well, I guess his dad came running out in his underwear, dude, trying to, like, flag us down. But we didn't stop. We didn't even see him. So, dude, we get back there. We tow my fucking car. And we cut through his backyard to put it behind the barn. And I got my window down in the Bonneville. He's towing me. I got like a beer in my hand and the radio going, dude. And then we park the fucking car, and we come up there, dude. His dad comes out in his fucking underwear, dude, screaming at us. Fucking screaming at us, dude. He fucking made us go to bed and shit. It was fucking hilarious.
Dads, bro.
Yeah, dude. He still tells that story. Every time I see him, he'll fucking bring that story up again, man.
I got a DUI with Tootie.
I've never got a DUI.
You got the DUI, or he did?
I got the DUI, but Tootie was with me, and we were coming back from BG, Bowling Green State University, and we get pulled over on the expressway by the troopers, and Tootie's in the back seat, and he's passed out. Tootie is, I mean, he'll fucking beer bong a fifth of 151. You know, but he was back there knocked out.
He was a super trooper.
This motherfucker wasn't playing, bro. He's a different type, bro. And he's knocked out back there, and the cop, like, the whole time, like, the cop comes over, he's doing the whole thing, and Tootie's passed out back there. And finally they're pulling everybody out the car, and he's like trying to get Tootie. He's like knocking on the window like, come on, bud, get up, come on, gotta get out the car, like, you need to get your friend up. And I'm like, Tootie, you gotta get up, bro. Tootie wakes up, he shoots up. Big old eyes, big flared up nostrils, bruh. Just South Congo nostrils, bro. And he fucking shoots out the car. He steps out the car and pulls his dick out. And first of all, Tootie's dude, this is real life. This is a real life scenario, bro. Tootie has a 9-foot long ponytail, you know, fucking huge ponytail. And he steps out the car, fucking flaming nostrils, bro, like he's a fucking Congo war tribe fighter. And he pulls out his big old fucking baby leg wanker, dog, and starts pissing in front of the cop, looking straight at the cop. Oh, God. And this cop is like fucking amazed at what's happening. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And Tootie's just like, I don't give a fuck, you know? And finally, bro,
I gotta piss.
I gotta piss, dog. You know what it's like.
You don't like it, don't watch.
Right. They take us to the station, bro, and Tootie's a fucking trip, man. He's wild. You can hear it already, but they put him in a holding cell because they can't contain him. And he's in there, and he's like, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be doing this if I was Hillary Clinton. He's like, y'all fucking pigs wouldn't be treating me like this if I was fucking Chelsea Clinton, bruh. Like, nah, it's because you fucking with Tootie Woody. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Tootie's fucking in the cell naked.
Hell yeah.
Naked.
He knows
pissing
how to get
on
down.
shit. Getting down, bro. Getting down, bro. It was crazy, too. These
Where'd
stories.
they take you to? Wood County?
Yeah, it was Wood County, but I was it's crazy because I got the OVI DUI. I don't even remember. Mom came and rescued me. You know what I mean? Again,
Good old mom.
yeah, came and rescued me. You know, they let me go that night. Yeah, they let me, Tootie, and my boy Michael go, and we fucking get to where we're going. Mom's comes through the following fucking night. The director of one of the facilities that you work at now, we're all in recovery, but Big Justin, boy, I'm with Justin. We go to BG again, and he had a 1987 Regent, like, you know, box daddy. We're fucking packed in 9 dudes deep in this Regent, and Justin's brakes go out.
Oh my god.
We're driving down Secor, a pretty busy road towards Monroe, going north, and we're fucking going like 50. And the brakes go out. We knew the brakes were bad because them bitches was squawking. You know what I mean? Them bitches was on fire all night. He's using, it was crazy. And we're driving and we see a fucking cop car sitting at the light. First one in line going fucking west on Monroe. And we're like, fuck. And we can't stop.
And you guys are drinking?
We're drinking and we're on a bunch of ecstasy.
Yes.
We had open containers. A bunch of ecstasy. We're fucked up, and we're like, what do we do? I was like, yo, look to the right. He bends his right, going fucking like 50 onto Monroe Street, and his hubcap flies off. Fucking hubcap flies across the intersection, and the cops bloop us, bro. The cops bloop us, and they're trying to pull us over. They end up having to do a box maneuver to stop us because we made it from fucking Secor to Douglas. Damn near.
Jesus.
They were like, they're going to get through the light. So they end up having to do a box maneuver, and they're like, pull over. We're like, no, we can't pull over. You know, Justin's freaking out. Who comes through again?
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear picked up 7 of the homies, and we're all jaw-jacking off of, like, triple-stack fucking Pikachus. You know what I mean? Like, we had double-stack Nikes and triple-stack Pikachus, because that's what we ran on the ecstasy scene in 2002.
Hell yeah.
And my mom was like, what is going on with you guys, bro? And
You're like, nothing.
Nothing, bro. And that night, dude, it was so fucked up, man. We get back to my house. My mom, I had some dudes that were like 22 from BG with us. You know, they were like older, grown in my eyes. And my mom won't let them leave. You know what I mean? And so me and my boy B. Bever fucking, Brian eats my dad's lunch for work.
Oh man.
God.
He eats my dad's lunch.
No.
Yeah, he ate my dad's fucking lunch, bro.
What a fucking piece of shit.
This was the night after you got your DUI.
After the DUI.
Oh
There
my
was no
God.
consequences for the DUI. Your mom was just like, proceed.
Neither one of them. Keep
Man.
going. This was a wild unfolding of fucking shit, bro. Ask Justin about that. He'll fucking confirm it.
Dude, I've gotten out of like 3 DUIs, dude. And the one I finally got was from a dude I went to fucking high school with.
How'd you get out of the first 3 DUIs?
Well, I'll tell you guys know this story. I'll share it for the podcast though. I was driving. I just got this the new car. It was a 2013 Impala. And I'm getting on the E-way. I'm getting on 23 South there in Sylvania off of Monroe right there. It's got that big sweeping on-ramp. Mm-hmm. And I was like changing some music or something. And I was fucked up. And, dude, I hit the guardrail.
Ooh.
The concrete barrier.
In Sylvania?
Yeah, dude. I get on the E-way. Suck. Well, so I made it down to like where the on-ramp meets the highway, and I was pulled over right there. My tire got ripped out of the transmission, dude. And I was all fucked up, dude, and I'm sitting there like trying to fucking drive it, dude, and it's just grinding. And I'm like,
is this the same Impala?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, I put that car through hell, man. So, and this was right
That's
after
a
I
fucking
got
trooper,
it.
dude.
But dude, it didn't fuck the body up. It just pulled the tire out of the transmission. So, I finally realized I'm not going to be able to take this thing anywhere. So I call a tow truck. And while I'm waiting on the tow truck, dude, I hop out of my car and I'm hiding in the woods off the E-way. So the tow truck finally comes up and it's a flatbed. And he backs up to my car and he gets it all hooked up and everything, and he's like about to start pulling it up on the flatbed, man, and then a cop pulls up. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, and I'm like standing out in the open, like right next to my car, and I'm fucking wasted, dude. But I hadn't changed out of my work clothes, so I still had work clothes. So I fucking started yanking on these chains, like making sure they were tight, and then like I got in my car and like made sure it was in drive, and I'm like signaling this tow truck driver, dude, and I'm yelling like, yep, it's clear, we're good, pull it on up. And the fucking cop gets out of the car, walks up to me, dude, and he's like, hey, you guys all good? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, we're about to get this on, and then we got to go out to another call. You know what I mean? And this fucking cop's like, all right, man, be safe, and gets back in his car and leaves. And then the tow truck driver he's like, dude, are you drunk? I was like, yeah, dude, I'm fucking. I was like, I'm hammered, dude. I was like, let's get the fuck out of here.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I couldn't believe that worked.
That's epic.
Yeah.
You're so lucky to have the mom you had, man. My mom's a saint, but I'll never forget. I was like 15 and I was drunk, and you never know when you were a kid and you had like plans, or like a teenager and you had plans, but the plans fell through.
Yep.
And you had nowhere to go.
Yep.
Okay. So we had nowhere to go. So the plan was to go walk back from Northtown. Well, I just slipped I slipped some roofies in there for you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Probably got a tolerance.
We were over in like LaGrange, Detroit area.
Ooh.
And we had to walk back to my house over off of Secor and Central.
Ooh.
Okay? And so that was the plan, because the plan fucking fell through, so now we got to walk.
Ooh.
And it's me and my dude DeAndre. And we made it to Lasky and Secor, right where that speedway is.
Walking, you said? You were walking?
Walking, dude, and I was fucking pissy drunk, dude.
That's a long walk.
That's a horrible walk, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we were trekking, and then a fucking Toledo police officer pulled us over.
Dude, it's a good fucking thing.
Sometimes.
It's a good thing that we weren't together.
Oh. Can you imagine us three fucking boneheads doing some shit together?
Us three plus Corey plus Tootie
Plus Silva.
plus Silva, bro. That'd be a fucking wild ride.
Yeah,
and
man.
then we'd sprinkle the night down with a Frank.
Oh,
Throw Frank in there.
Frankie.
Or a Murphy.
Oh, Jake. Dude, Jake was fun. I went to high school. Dude, I got some good drunk
Everybody
Jake
has
Murphy
great
stories,
Murphys.
dude.
There's not one person who doesn't have a
No.
good Murph story.
Murph
Oh,
was
my
so
God.
bird he pissed on my couch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
did.
bro.
What?
You didn't know about this?
No.
He did.
Oh my God. This is so good. I'm happy to tell this story.
Go ahead. Fuck my story. Tell yours,
Yo,
dude.
Murph, bro, he stays at the house. This is when he was on the east side and you were concerned, right?
Okay.
Like you have nowhere to go, right? I'm like, Murph, you can just come and stay with me when you need, bro. Not a big deal, And either way, we had a little overnight, and
He wet the bed.
dude, so Murph sleeps in a fetal position. Clearly something's happened. That's just his go-to. And so he's laying on my couch, bro. And I wake up the next morning, and I wake up early, and I make coffee and shit. And, I have a lot of people over, and I try to be nice and,
Here's a pot of coffee.
Right. Got
Here's
you a cup of coffee, And I wake up, though, and I, walk over by him to clean up some shit on the table, and I step on some of his clothes, and it was wet. Like, these clothes were wet, and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? And then I look over, and I see, this big fucking, wet-looking thing on my couch, and I go and I kind of touch it, but I didn't really want to touch it because I knew right away I didn't want to believe, you know what I mean? And Murphy was just sleeping, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, fuck. And I take his clothes, and I throw them in the bathtub. His pissy clothes. A lot of piss. It was wet. And he's, laying in a completely different spot with a blanket on. And I go in the fridge and I'm making coffee and I get a cup of coffee. I set it down and he wakes up and he sits up kind of looking like blank staring, fuck. He had this look and I knew he pissed on my couch. Like, I knew what happened, and I didn't know how to approach it. Like, do I ask him right now, or is he going to say something?
Is he going to admit to it?
Right.
Is he just going to be a man about it?
So he's sitting there. I'm like, I got you a coffee, bro. I put some creamer. I hope you like it. I go back to the fridge, and honestly, I just walked to the kitchen because I didn't know what to do.
You were trying to find something to do.
Yeah. And while I'm out there, he's like, bro, fucking pissed on your couch. And I'm like, I fucking knew it, dude. I started dying, bro. I was like, I knew I was fucking pissed. What the fuck? He was like, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. He was so embarrassed. He was so fucking embarrassed. He's dead sober, guys. And then after that, bro, so he's telling the story about it. He wakes up and he's freezing cold from laying in his piss for hours. And he fucking gets up and he takes off all his clothes, bro, because they're full of piss, and he had no other clothes. And he's like, dude, I didn't know what to do. So he's pacing in my living room back and forth, and he's like, dude, I should probably just leave. I'm just going to leave. And Murph's naked in my living room, walking back and forth like, fuck, what do I do? You know, and first of all, Kate, my girl, like, you fuck up this couch, she will fucking kill you. Jake pissed on this couch. And he's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And good thing Kate went to work at like 5 in the morning and didn't know that he pissed on her couch.
How did his clothes get on the floor?
Because he got naked.
After he pissed?
After he pissed. And he just went back to bed. He wasn't just going to leave and not tell me. And I was going to wake up to...
Just piss and run, dude.
He was going to piss and run on me. You know, he didn't know what to do. He was
I remember I came over at like, I think the day after that happened.
The day after.
Yeah, and he was telling it, dude. He was so ashamed. It was hilarious.
He was like, please don't tell anybody. Now I'm on a podcast telling everybody.
Yo, you remember when Kate fucking dumped a fucking whole cup of fucking coffee?
Yes.
On the couch?
Yes.
Oh, it was wild. I've never seen nothing like this for the rest of my days, dude. We're sitting there, we're watching some movie. By the way, watching a movie with Juan is a whole experience, dude. There's 2 hours of looking for a movie when you're with Juan.
We watched this crazy ass documentary about this Russian dude that like
named Tarzan.
I
bro.
watched that.
They tried to buy a submarine.
Yeah,
Tarzan, Juan, and Tony, bro. That was a trio.
And the one dude's still on the run. He was just a straight gangster, dude.
Tony
stole $10 million from the cartel,
from the Cali cartel,
for a submarine. They got pictures in the like top secret Russian security or submarine base. Yeah, that's so insane, man.
Fuck,
dude, that was a good documentary, dude, and like he totally fits the part too. Like his name is Tarzan. Like, okay, that makes fucking sense.
Yeah,
totally.
dude. Yeah,
fuck,
that dude was wild,
man.
So we're watching a movie, and when Kate watches a movie, she watches a movie like for 5 minutes, and then some sleep sets in.
Makes sense now.
Sure. And so she's sitting there, and she's got a full cigarette lit.
Makes sense now.
She's got a fucking whole fucking Denzel in her hand, dude, and a steaming hot. Was it tea or coffee? I would say coffee, dude. I never seen it. A nice cup of fucking Joe in her hand. Yeah. She just poured before, and she's laying down, but she's holding these two things, right? And I want to say she just sits up and just dumps the coffee all over the place. She just, like The Exorcist, she just sits up and just
like her eyes were open, and like she just dumps it. Like she looked at us and just threw it.
Yeah,
and we were like, "What the fuck?" Makes sense now.
And she didn't even realize what had happened.
Oh my god!
She didn't even realize.
Makes sense now. She was on a quarter pound of kratom, bro. That's why.
Holy shit! That's funny,
dude. I could never take that much kratom.
No,
I had a kratom tea once,
dude. So what is it? I mean, is it just like
it's ground up cigarette butts? No, it's fucking trash.
I don't even do it. You can get it like headshots, but I did it I did it like way back in the day.
What's it even do? It's like a watered down dope. Yeah,
dude. All I know is I drank a tea and felt nothing from it. But there's people out there, like he said, who are eating quarter ounces of fucking kratom, and they're fucked up. They're fucked up. Dude.
They're bad. It has some serious shit going on with it, man. I know people that are on like the Kratom Association of America type shit. You know what I mean? They're like serious advocates for it, bro.
I saw that stuff. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm on the Kratom board. I know what I'm doing. Like, bro.
Can you imagine, like, thinking that's a reliable substance in place of opiates or, anything like that, or like Suboxone? Like,
dude, I don't know, man. I honestly, bro, I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know what's gonna help and what's not gonna help a motherfucker because I've tried everything.
Yeah, man.
And some people, bro, I don't know anymore.
I'm gonna go to the fucking head shop right now and buy like a good fucking.
Let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. See what fucking happens, dude.
Hell yeah.
I will never relapse on kratom, bro.
Right, you might as well.
I will fucking eat turds before I fucking take kratom, bro. I will do the meth fucking piss drink.
Have you ever did meth?
No.
Dude, I shot meth one time on accident.
God.
I fucking came right in my pants, dude.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, dude, it's a real thing.
My old sponsor told me that.
Dude,
that's wild.
There was a loaded rig, and I thought dope was in it. I picked it up because we had just got clean needles, and I trigger warning.
Yeah, fuck.
And I put it in, and then this old head guy I used to shoot dope with, he came like no, but it was too late. I was already blasting off in the pleasure land.
That was a surprise, huh?
It felt like someone had punched me in my chest, and then like I had got this ringing in my head, right? But then, like, have you watched those cartoons where like Tom's fucking heart is just beating?
Yeah.
That's what my heart literally felt like, right? And then electricity from my head shot down all the way to the tip of my dick, and it was just
Oh my god!
You want to talk about fucking Murph being ashamed for pissing on your couch? I was ashamed. I came in my pants in front of a crackhead.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
Fuck.
That's crazy.
I was in a bando and I came in my pants in front of a crackhead, dude. I just shot my fucking load in front of fucking Frazier, dude.
Frazier.
Yo, meth, bro.
I never did it, dude. It was never like, I don't know. I never even came across it.
No. I
never looked for it, but like I never, you know what I mean. I got like offered a lot of shit, but I never got offered meth ever.
I seen it around, but I was just a nodder. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
me too.
Like it didn't matter, bro. Like meth was gonna make my heart race, and I wanted to fucking sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
smoke a couple squares,
dude. Anything that made me feel like I was gonna
heavy
fucking
breathing.
fall asleep. Like you guys are smoking crack. Like I don't fucking.
Dude, what about taking a Suboxone too early, dude?
Oh my god.
Dude, so before I really ever knew what Suboxone was, like I knew you'd take it and you wouldn't withdraw as much, right? I didn't know about the early shit though. So I was at work and I had like a half a sub. So I was withdrawing, so I took like a quarter of it, dude. And that was at like 9:30. It was at first break. And I'm like, I start feeling fucking really shitty, dude. I'm like, man, this isn't working, dude. What's going on? So I go in my car and I take more, dude. and then I start feeling even shittier, dude. So then I'm like, man, well I got 2 Subutex at home. So
let me even this off.
So I still didn't know what was going on at this point. I thought I was just like withdrawing really bad. I don't know.
Didn't have enough.
Yeah. So I go home at lunch, dude, and I snort 2 Subutex, and on the drive home, dude, or back to work, I'm like high as fuck, but withdrawing super bad, dude. It was the weirdest feeling ever, dude. So I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, I'm like mad, dude. I'm mad as fuck at this point,
You tried everything.
Yeah, so then I Google shit, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. So then, like, I didn't go back to work, dude. I was like, hey, dude, I feel sick. So then I went to get some dope. And I was like, I get the dope, and I'm like, oh. And it was with my last $20, dude. So I'm like, oh, thank God, dude. Finally, I do the dope, dude. Nothing. Not a thing, dude. So I'm just, so then, like, I go home, dude, and I'm crying. I'm like, God damn it, dude. I just lay in bed, and, like, the next day, I think I got dope, and it worked. But, God, that was the worst 24 hours of my life, dude.
Man, it's miserable. The first time it ever happened to me, I was a tree climber.
Oh,
I was a fucking tree climber, right? And I was with my boss, and he's a good dude, regular guy, good man. And I'm fucking up in this tree. Like, I take the sub, dude, and I'm like, yo, I feel like shit, and I gotta climb this tree. Dope sick, climbing trees with a chainsaw, not a good combo. But I'm up in this tree, and I'm working, and I'm like, it's cool, it's gonna... And then I start feeling bad. I'm like, oh,
start
shit.
Feeling worse.
I start feeling crazy, right? And I come down, and I'm like, yo, bro, I don't feel good, dude. And he's like, what? Like, what the fuck? We got to do this job. Like, it's a big job. It was a big job. There's like 6 trees. And I'm like, bro, I'm fucking not feeling good, dog. And he's like, dude, whatever. Like, I'm not taking you home. I drove with him. And I'm like, what, dude? And I'm like a fucking fucked up drug addict at the time. Nobody's coming to get me. Like, nobody was going to come to get me. And I fucking go in his truck, bro. I'm sitting in his truck. And for me, bro, I'm like full fucking fledged open air market right now with who I am. Dude, I'm in his truck, bro, and like, yo, if you're like withdrawn, bro, you got like super sensitive wiener, bro. Like the wiener, bro, you can blow on that bitch from the right direction and you're gonna catch a fucking cool cum in your pants. And fucking, bro. So I'm in his truck, bro, and I'm just like rubbing my legs together, looking like a fucking crackhead out of The Wire on fucking the TV show, like fucked up. And I just am like, dude, I just start beating off in my boss's I just start fucking beating off in my boss's truck, dog. But the best part about it, I don't know if in your guys' head you're thinking like I'm sitting in a chair upright.
No, I think you're like peeked
trying
down.
to hide.
No, I'm not even crouched down. Like, yo, I have my fucking ass on the floorboard, like crunched over, bro. Fucking just twacking on my diddler, bro. And it was winter time out, so I use his fucking ski mask. His face, his hat that he uses.
Oh my God.
His fucking ski mask to wipe up my cum, bro.
Oh, hopefully he never listens to this, dude.
Right, hopefully not. So, dude, this happens. I beat off like 6 times, like freaking out. Like, dude, I'm going out of my fucking mind, and the only relief I had was tugging on my
just some dopamine and serotonin from masturbating.
So, dude, he finally comes over, bro, and he's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing in here? Like, he's tossing around, bro. And he's like, give me my mask.
Oh.
And his mask, bro, dried up because the heat, I was turning the heat on and off. It was by the floorboard. His mask dried up, dude. I just watch him, dude, like, put on his fucking mask, and he's up in this tree with his jizz-filled fucking dried up hat.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I just laid there, beating off in his truck.
I had a buddy. So I never did Suboxone on the street, right? The first time I took Suboxone was in detox. Because, like, if I had $10,
right,
I'm going to get fucking high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never tried to buy Suboxone or anything like that. My buddy did. And I remember he took it for the first time in front of me. And he took it. And he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, dude, I think I'm going to feel better. I'm like, yeah, I hope you do, man, you know? And he just looks at me with just fright in his eyes, and he goes, I'm not feeling good. And I remember being like, dude, this is all in your head, man. I'm fucking high as a kite. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
I'm like, dude, this is all mental, dude. I'm like, dude, you're probably fine, dude. And then I'll never remember. He took his shirt off and he goes, dude, I'm dripping sweat. And I remember looking up and he is red and he's sweating profusely. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're fucked up, dude.
Dude, that shit's the
worst.
It's the worst feeling. I took one too early in detox one time and I couldn't move out of bed for like 3 days straight. That shit's the worst feeling I've ever been through.
So my first detox, like I said, I never took a Suboxone on the street. And the first time I was ever in detox, the nurse did my assessment or whatever, and then she sat me down to medicate me. And when she was medicating me, she started talking to me about her family life, and was disclosing to me that her husband had recently passed away from an overdose. And I'm like, wow, it's really sad. And she's like, okay, now here's all of your medications. And so she gave me not the Suboxone, but everything else, so I take it. And she's like, and here's a Suboxone. And I put it under my tongue. And you guys remember when you first started getting high? Mm-hmm. And you could tell when, it was like you were going to throw up.
Yeah.
You know, it was the good throw up, you know? I started feeling that way. And I started swallowing my spit that was collecting in my mouth so I wouldn't throw up. But each time I did it, it was just this orange mint Suboxone taste in my mouth, and I'm just swallowing. And I can't stop to tell her, hey, I need something, because she's into this story about her beloved ex-husband who passed away from opiate, and she's trying to get through my thick skull about, drug addiction. And I'm a polite person, so I'm just swallowing my spit. And finally she's like, this is why you need to change, and you need to do what's right. And I just went... I threw up all over her and the desk. Man. I threw up everywhere, dude. And I was high as a kite for the next fucking 8 hours, dude.
Yeah. The first time that sub works, it works.
Yeah, dude. I never got high off a sub, man.
Dude, early in the game, bro, with the Suboxones, dog, I was early on the game, right? I mean, I started fucking around with opiates in 2002, 2003, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the oxys and shit. But, dude, back in the day, Medicaid didn't have, the regulations on how many
they used
you
to
could
give
get,
you all of them.
Bruh, I'd be out here with my doctor. My doctor had me on 7 of them bitches a day.
That's what.
You know what I mean? I thought I found the cure.
7 a day?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, Suboxone was, that was a wild ride, bro. I was out here crazy until they finally started regulating it and shit a little different, you know?
Were you fried off 7 a day?
Dude, I couldn't, dude. If you, take a lot of Suboxone, bro, it's the weirdest sensation. It's like you want to drink water, but you're not supposed to. You know what I mean? It's it was weird, bro. It was a weird time in my life, bro, taking 3 to 6 Suboxones a day. You know,
that's crazy. That's a lot. I never took more than a half, because I would never. I would never. I don't know. I would just get them from someone, and I would just use it to. Try to not withdraw, but it'd make me fucking withdraw way worse.
Dude, I'd take the most of whatever. I came off of fucking 3. I'd say I was on 4 Suboxone, 3 to 4 Suboxones a day, and I was like, I gotta get off these. I should go to the methadone clinic.
You were on methadone?
No. Well, I did end up being on methadone, right? So I things fall apart, and I ended up at the methadone clinic, and I'm on a fucking 192 milligrams of methadone,
Holy
bro.
shit.
You were fucking drooling in your lap, dude.
Dude, I was fucking fried.
I was coming off of that, bro.
Oh, it was the fucking worst, bro. So this place up in Michigan, dog, they if you didn't pay, they would detox you over a 3-day period of time, right?
Could you pay in 3 days, though?
No, hell no, dude. Sometimes I couldn't pay. They would let you get credit for a few weeks, and I had a $300 bill, right? They were like, no, for real, you're done. You would need to pay on this, and I had no way to do it. And they brought me down off the 192 in a matter of 3 days.
Oh my god!
Right? And then I'm like, fuck, I'm kicked out of there. I don't have any money.
So you couldn't pay him back the money and go back on?
Yeah, but why the fuck would I do that? I would get dope. I was shooting dope with my methadone. You know what I mean? I'm only coming here because it was cheap, and now I ran it up and I'm buying dope. I really want dope. But I came off and I was flat broke for real. For real flat broke. Coming off all
You weren't hustling, dude. You were going to methadone clinic and you weren't hustling.
I was just eating ice cream and fucking cookies, bro. You know, getting that methadone weight up, bro. And I fucking came off 192 millis, cuz.
Oh, man.
Yo. And then my parents, bro, they were like my source, bro. I lived with my parents. I'd get like $5 or $10, $20, maybe if I'm lucky, 30 piece on Tuesdays when my dad got paid, you know. I'm a grown man. I'm talking 30 years old, you know, in late 20s, you know, asking my daddy for some money. And they go to Texas. My whole family goes to Texas. And I'm in bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I had this Suboxone now. I had one Suboxone coming off 192 millis, and it was like 4 days into my detox off methadone. And dude, it was the middle of winter, so I couldn't, like, it was too cold out, bro, for me to be moving and collecting cans or doing anything. We had no car. Plus, I had a child. I'm, like, really down in the addiction fucking dumps right now, you know, and
there's no way out of this hole.
None, dude. So
You gotta
I'm
dig it a little deeper.
I'm shooting dope, you know. So I had rigs around, but I had the Suboxone. I'm like, yo, dude, I heard my homie told me like he shoots Suboxones, like, and it fucks him up. Like he gets high from shooting them. And I'm like, well, fuck it, bro. I'm about to shoot this 8 milligram Suboxone, dog. Yo, I fucking shoot up, inject this fucking Suboxone. Trigger. And I'm sitting there on the couch, and I'm like, right away, within 3 seconds, my withdrawals were 50,000 times worse, and I shit my pants. I start shitting my pants, and I'm running to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the couch, or sitting on the toilet, and the girl I was with at the time's upstairs, and she's rocking in the bed, withdrawing herself upstairs because she was coming off shit too. And I'm like, "Hey, call the ambulance!" I thought I was dying, bro. Dying. I spent the rest of the night in a fucking bathtub, just fucking because my wave, bro. I was just tugging on my junk, bro, trying to get through the night. Moral of the story, don't take Suboxone. Try to get off Suboxone with 192 milligrams of methadone, and then try to get off your methadone with Suboxone. It don't work.
Oh, man.
Don't work.
Dude, I'll never forget. I was over at the Birmingham Terraces, and someone had jumped me, and I had like over 100 Xanax on me. And they jumped me for the Xanax, but they didn't get it out of my pockets, right? But they beat the living shit out of me. They broke my nose. I had 2 black eyes. It looked like a fucking cougar attacked me. It looked like someone pepper sprayed me and then just beat on my face with a ball peen hammer, you know? And I went to go pick up my girlfriend at the time from work.
Hey, babe. How I look?
Yeah, dude, I didn't give a fuck. Dude. I had the drug still. That's all that mattered. You know what I mean? And I pull up, and we're sitting in my car, and I'll never forget. She just looks over at me, and she goes, "What smells like shit?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Something smells like shit in this car." And then I remember I kind of like moved around on my seat, and it was wet.
You shit your pants when you're getting beat up?
I shit my pants when I was getting beat up, dude. They literally kicked the shit out of me. They literally kicked the fucking shit out of me, dude. So I pulled up in the fucking the Taco Bell and Alexis, dude, and fucking went and checked it out. My fucking underpants was full of shit, dude.
Oh my god. Dude, no way.
Dude, I cleaned up as best as I could, dude. And I remember I fucking threw my fucking dirty drawers in the Taco Bell garbage can, dude. Just walked out as best as I could with fucking shitty jeans.
That's great.
Oh my god. That's fucked.
Yeah, dude, I haven't shit my pants since then, I don't think.
Might be a time or two I'm missing, but
The only time I ever shit my pants is when I shot a Suboxone.
Really?
That's it.
Nah, I don't know.
My whole life.
Your whole life.
Yeah. Since I was
That's
a baby.
amazing,
Yeah,
dude.
I've never shit or pissed. Never. No, I did. I pissed my pants on a very sad occasion. One of the looking back, it was fucked.
I can see the despair right now.
Yeah, no, it made me sad because it's a really touchy one for me. It's a really, really touchy one. It's my it was deep in the addiction field, man. The addiction days, man. I was really bad. It's the day that CSB got brought in with my son. But when I was actively using, me and my son's mother, we went and loaded him up in the car, man. You know, when you're in that kind of headspace, man, you know, when you're living that kind of life.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's normal.
It's normal, man. Yep. You know, and we load him up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and we end up going to pick up some drugs, and he's sleeping in the car seat. He's, you know, only like 3 years old, and 2.5, 3. And I end up, he's in the back seat, and we're in a parking lot, and we, you know, get everything ready, and we do our drugs, and she starts to overdose. It was the first time she ever overdosed. And I started freaking out, bro. You know, and the whole time that we're like telling these stories, you know, we're also not really highlighting some of the important,
the bad moments.
The bad moments, you know what I mean? Or the moments that, or even like the severity of desperation in those funny moments, because now we find humor in it because we made it out. But in those moments, that shit was bad.
Yeah, I literally got the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah, literally, you know, and that shit sucks. But you know, she starts overdosing, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I'm freaking out, and I start shaking her and pouring water on her and trying to wake her up, and I'm pinching the inside of her thighs, trying to think of like the most painful or that would get a reaction from her, and she's not responding.
And then Narcan wasn't around back then,
no,
right?
It wasn't. No, sure wasn't, dude. It was like 2013, 2012, and my son wakes up, bro, and he's like, you know, freaking out, a little dude, you know, and he remembered this for a while, man, and we went through some extensive counseling. You know, I've done as much as I can to help him through that process later in life, and as things got better for me. But dude, I was so scared, dude. I was so scared, and I finally realized, like, I gotta take her to the hospital. You know, like, this is it. Her lips were turning. Son was crying, bro. It was terrifying. And on the way, I pissed my pants. I couldn't stop pissing. I lost the ability to control or regulate my bodily functions, and I was just pissing, you know. And that's the day my sister called CSB, and they got involved. But we went from one place to another, and this just now in our conversation. But that was for me that day. After that, things got a lot worse because I didn't know how to deal and cope. You know, I didn't know what to do. And you would think that would wake somebody up. Yeah, maybe it did, just not in the way that people would want it to. You know, it sent me down even further, where I honestly, I don't know where else I would have. That's where I had to go, because that's where I ended up. But
dude, those moments like that were like, you're already on the edge to oblivion.
Yeah.
And now you're living in oblivion.
Right.
That's where you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
What else do I have?
Yeah.
And that's how people get stuck in that fucking cycle, man. Because, like, I know I stayed there for a long time.
Right.
I was like, I'm homeless. Fucking no one loves me. I don't have friends. I don't have family.
I don't know how to make it right.
I don't know how to make this right.
It's too far gone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to live. You know, want to do different, but don't know how to do different. And even if I could do different, I felt like I couldn't, because I'm trapped within this, like, chemical dependence. Brain's working against you.
Yeah, my brain's literally trying to kill me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. But how wild, man. Like for us as you know, people with our illness, you know, addictive minds, you know, or this sickness, this illness that we have, disease that we have, whatever we want to call it, you know, that rock bottom place. You know, we talk about raising the bottom or digging the bottom or hitting bottom. You know, man, those times that when I found my bottom, when my bottom found me, when I was on my bottom, that moment for me, you know, I was at bottom, and I had a profound, like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I'll never forget I sold my car. And I had a tent. And I was like, listen, I have a tent. It's summertime. I'll be okay.
Man.
Yeah.
Right? And then that night, it was okay for a while. And 4 hours later, it began to downpour. Rain. Torrential downpour rain. Right? And my tent got flooded. And I just remember bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
Being like 21. Being just crying. Just crying. Didn't know what else to do.
No resources.
No.
It's crazy the things we rationalized in our head that were okay to do at the time, that we were okay with doing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where I'm at.
Right. And like the things we like, at least for me, dude, I did a lot of things, and I'd talk myself into like, yeah, dude, this is all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were like looking back now, it was like crazy ass, like no normal human being would do that or think that was okay, man.
Dude, crazy. I fucking, actually, I just looked at my phone because I had so for me yesterday, 5 years ago, was a big day for me. It was another one of those moments, but on the 14th of December 2015 was, I got kicked out of I was living with my parents. I got kicked out of my mom and dad's. And anybody that's like heard my lead or my story or me discuss something, you know, has heard about me ending up on a back porch, you know, covering up my partner. We got kicked out, and again, my son seen way more than any child should. Me fighting with my dad, and my dad pushing us out the door in the middle of a winter storm. And us walking down the road, man, and at the end of the night, we had nowhere to go. I was homeless. We had nothing and nowhere to go. Nobody to reach out to, and I didn't have a phone either. I had a text phone, actually, and but no phone to make calls on. But we ended up on a back porch of this house, and my sister, oldest sister, used to live at, and it was abandoned, and she ended up overdosing again. And my son's mother overdosed a lot. It happened a lot for us. And this time, bro, she wasn't, I didn't know what to do. It was cold, and I ended up just covering her up and laying on top of her. I laid on top of her while she was on the ground, and I covered our bodies up with our coats. And I remember crying, and this was, so 5 years ago yesterday, I remember it was the first time in my life that I tried to really ask something inside of me or the universe or God to help me. And I was laying there crying and watching my tears, dude, freeze because it was so cold. You know, as I'm looking at the ground with my head in her shoulder, trying to stay warm and saying, please just give me one chance to feel free. I'll do anything. In my head, I remember saying, I'll do anything to stay sober. Just give me one opportunity. And I text my good friend, I text Matt, Mr. Matt Bell, yesterday about this. And I was like, dude, 5 years ago today, I was on my way to that conference room where you guys helped me. I was like, where I had that rock bottom moment. You would think that was rock bottom. But 2 months later, 2 months and a day later, on February 16th, I was in a conference room for a support group meeting with my mother after coming back home. And it was about family members who have lost their loved ones to addiction or suffer through addiction, called Families After Addiction or Death, FAD. And I remember having a big moment after hearing all the stories and seeing sober people for the first time and really believing it, and looking at my mom and her crying and me thinking my mom is planning my death and me and telling my son I'm dead. And so that like all those things, you know, from the overdose where my son seen it and I pissed my pants, it took me down further to the point where I got kicked out of the house in the middle of the winter. My son was banging on the big fucking window crying, saying, Dad, Mom, me looking back at him, all those moments that were digging my hole further, that I fucking hate that, somebody else was affected the way they were. But for me in my personal journey, and now I can look at it and say it is what it is and it happened how it happened. But these things that took me down were the exact things that allowed me to be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
With you guys. And a great father. 5 years ago yesterday, bro.
Yo, so I want to go back a little bit what we were talking about. I shit my pants twice.
Oh, that's so great.
So, yo, the first time I remember vividly, dude. I was in 5th grade. 5th grade, dude. All right, and I remember this vividly because I'm walking down the street to the bus stop, dude, and I got a fart. So I did, dude, and shit came out, and it ran down my leg, bro. And I continued to school, dude. I got to school and I cleaned it up the best I could, dude, and I went through my day with shit in my pants, dude.
No way.
Yeah,
you were that dude in school?
Yeah.
You could smell that.
Yeah, probably, dude.
The only reason I didn't smell my shit in the car is because my nose broke.
Yeah, dude, I went through a whole day in 5th grade with fucking poop. And the second time, dude, was bad, bro. The second time. So, dude, I it was like a whole night of drinking, dude, and then probably like some eating afterward, like a Taco Bell late night stop or something. So I wake up in the morning, and I'm driving, dude. I'm driving home, and dude, all of a sudden, it just hits me like a ton of bricks, dude, and I'm like, oh man, and like I was on the turnpike, so like I had to make a conscious decision to shit my pants.
Oh my god!
While I'm driving,
you didn't just pull over.
Where,
bro?
The side of the road, dude.
I can't, dude. I'd have probably got in trouble for that.
What? I mean, dude, you could have fucking been like driving and got one of your like floor mats and set it on the seat and took a shit on that.
No, dude,
you just fucking.
Yeah, dude, it was bad, dude. But it felt so good. But like then after I was done, I was like, oh fuck, dude, how am I gonna? Yeah, dude, it was a mess. That shit sucked.
They can't wash those bad boys.
No, that was before I knew her.
Oh my god!
I think I threw my pants away. Everything else.
That's why you're such a dick.
Yeah,
you shit your pants all the time. Like people who have like chronic pants shitting episodes end up being fucking.
You're a fucking chronic pants shitter,
dude. Did I ever tell you guys about the biggest balls I've ever seen?
No,
Rob.
No. Rob's balls.
He's got a terrible ball to dick ratio.
Dude,
huge balls, little dick.
Just rest on that little fucking thing.
So I'm at work the other night, probably about a month ago now, and there's an intake that comes in, and the driver's like, Cam, I need you to come out here. And I'm like, okay. And so I walk out there, and this guy has like 8 trash bags, and a duffel bag on top of that, a quite large duffel bag on top of that. He's an older gentleman, and he the driver looks at him and goes, tell him what you told me. That's all he says. That's all he says. That's all he says. And the guy looks at me straight in my eyes and goes, I shit my pants. I'm not making this up. And I'm like, you currently did? Or he goes, no, not now, but I shit my pants.
like, dude, it's a problem for him?
Yeah, and I said, well, we have Depends here, sir. We're more than welcome to give you a couple Depends, and through your stay here, we'll make sure you have Depends. And he goes, I don't wear Depends. And so, I'm like, God, dude, this guy can't be here. I'm gonna be the one cleaning up the shit, dude. I can't do this, dude. So I go and pee him so that way we can decide his level of care. You know, because if they don't drop for, you know, alcohol or opiates, they're going somewhere else. So I went to drop him, and he's like fumbling around. You know, because like I've dropped many people, so usually you can just tell when someone's peeing. You know, and he's fumbling around, and I go walk up to him in the urinal, and before I even look, I say, "What are you doing?" And he turns around, turns his shoulder around, and there I see it, boys. A testicle as large as my head.
Oh my
a testicle
God,
as
dude.
big as my fucking head.
Like, literally.
No, I'm not making this
How,
up.
like, your head.
As big as your fucking head, bro. As big as your
Was he
head.
a big gentleman?
Elephantitis.
He was obese. He was chubby, but he wasn't like obese. Like he was chubby. And so he turns his shoulder, and I said, "What are you doing?" And I see his testicle, and he looks at me, and he goes, "I'm trying to find my dick." That's what he told me.
Imagine how much
He said, "I'm trying to find my dick."
Imagine how much of a chore that would be, dude, to have balls that big.
This motherfucker doesn't wear underwear. He wears a jock strap to hold that fucking thing up, dude. I saw it. It was a fucking jock strap, dude.
Holy shit.
And I've never looked at the world the same after seeing that testicle, dude.
Jesus
Christ. I couldn't imagine, dude.
Fuck.
Just carrying around an extra head, bro.
Dude.
And your fucking sack.
Like it's nothing, dude. He's carrying around like a briefcase.
And he just flaunted that bitch off and said, "I'm looking for my dick."
No, he had no problem telling me he was looking for his dick. He looked me in my eyes and said, "I'm looking for my dick."
No shame, bro.
No shame. How could you find your dick in that thing, dude?
You come to the bottom, bro. You ain't got no shame, bro.
Yo, can we just talk about how humiliating it, dude? In detox, you gotta fucking strip naked and shit, and bend over and. I mean, I've never been to jail, but I'm sure that's
I
worse.
didn't have to do that.
No,
Nope.
The
They made
first
me do that at Zeph.
dude,
Not
the
when
first.
I went.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that at Zeph, actually. And I didn't have to do it the first couple times I went to Midwest. That was like a policy change they did. Because some fuckers ruined it.
No, I didn't have to do that. I was lucky.
Dude, at Zeph, they made me do it. And like, what I remember thinking in my head is, am I fucking in Lucas County?
Right, dude. I was just standing
In
there.
Lucas County, it's a little worse, though, because you got like 6 people looking at you.
Yeah, dude. I remember standing there. I was like 120 pounds with my little fucking bean bag, dude. Just like, am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you stop looking at my dick now?
I'll never. I had some of the best times in Lucas County Jail, dude.
I had a good time with Tootie in jail.
Yeah, I bid it out in Lucas County Jail for 6 months.
No shit.
Yeah, for 6 months I was in Lucas County, and I spent 6 days in the Lucas County holding cell, and actually some crazy things, dude.
The shit's up.
For 6 days, right? And it was. I woke up to someone screaming.
Oh man!
And they were screaming, "I'm not supposed to be in here! Help me! Help me!
Help me!
Right? And it was this little, like, I mean, he was 18 probably, but a boy. It was a boy, you know what I mean? And I just remember this black dude going, "You better shut the fuck up before I beat your motherfucking ass." and like I'm just keeping my head down in this holding cell, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to keep my head down, and he keeps banging on it, and he's going, "They're gonna beat me up, guards! Help me! They're gonna beat me up! Help me!" Man. And one of the cooler guys in there was just like, "Yo, man, what are you in here for?" And he's like, "I hit my mom. I called my mom a bitch."
Oh my god!
And the black dude was just like, "Well, you supposed to be here then, motherfucker. You did something wrong, motherfucker. So shut your fucking ass up. It's Friday and it's court day, so your cracker ass will be up and out of here by then." Right? Woo! And it was court day. And so, I went to court day, and I had a bunch of different warrants out, so they just kept me there, and I never seen that man again, who was crying and banging on the wall and woke me up.
That'd have been me, dude. If I had went to jail. I'm not supposed to be here. I wouldn't have made it, bro.
And so finally they fucking moved me to like 5 Northwest or some bullshit, dude. And we were playing we were playing dominoes with soap. we were playing cards with paper notebook fucking. We were ripping up notebook papers and playing cards and shit. And so I was there for like 2 weeks, and finally they moved me down to like level 3, which is like cush, dude. You don't get locked down in a cell. You're in a dorm room. And I had some great moments there. So there was this one cat.
Great moments.
I had some great moments been there, dude. There was this one cat, TJ, and he was like this little short black dude. He had to be like 5'2". And he talked like this. So he talk. This is how he voice. He like Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy, woo. You know what I mean? And we had this kid in the cell. And like the running joke there was like, you would have a lot of people in level 3 like facing like minimum charges, and so like they would be there for misdemeanor charges, but also some long timers there who were like facing trial for 6 months to a year or whatever the case may be. And there was this one kid, Sancho. He was a young kid, man.
Hey.
He was a young Mexican kid, and I'll never forget. Sancho's in my dorm, so he's sitting there, and he's if you can imagine half of a wall, right, and then there's like 6 beds, and then there's another half a wall, and then 6 more beds, and Sancho's in my pod, and Sancho's crying, and all I hear is TJ go, "Sancho, why are you crying, you fat motherfucker?"
Robert Ibarra.
And Sancho's like, "It's my girlfriend, TJ. She's not picking up. She's not answering the phone." And TJ was just real smooth. He goes, "Oh yeah, I've been there before, Sancho." He was like, "Yeah, that shit happened to me before. You want to know why?" And Sancho's like, "What do you think she's not answering?" He goes, "Jody."
Jody.
He said, Sancho said, "Who's Jody?" And TJ goes, "Man, Jody's that motherfucker who's fucking your bitch right now. Take your ass to bed, Sancho."
Yo, I don't know why, but in my head I thought of fucking Robert.
Nah, TJ was wild, man. He used to hop up on the tables, and he would say, "Empire's on the night, motherfuckers, and this is my pod, and I'm watching it on both the TVs, motherfucker." 5'2", just standing up with hair on his chest, dude.
Oh shit!
I watched in Lucas County. I watched a crackhead smoke plaster.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
I watched someone tell this crackhead that it was crack, and he took it, and he fucking smoked it, and it was plaster.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
I've seen fucking crazy shit in Lucas County jail, dude.
Yeah, the county's wild, dude.
Dude, you could trade your sugar and salt packets for a whole meal, dude.
I never had to do it. I just had 6 days.
It's an experience, dude.
Man.
It's an experience. You smell. Like, no matter what. Like, I'll tell you what. If you ever go to jail again, I hope you don't. But if you ever do, I'm going to give you some game. Okay?
Kick me.
Don't use the deodorant. Take soap and put actual soap on your armpits. Don't wash the soap off. Keep the soap on. If you use the deodorant, isn't a deodorizer. It's a
antiperspirant.
Antiperspirant.
Yeah.
It just makes you smell fucking worse.
Whoa.
So you don't sweat, but you fucking stink, dude. You smell like a hot mule.
Dude, I was thinking, yo, have you run across any cases recently, any situations at work where somebody's like cocktail put together? You know how like trazodone might not work out real well with Benadryl, and you might hallucinate. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
You had any of those?
I've had a bunch of those. The most prevalent one to me is I was working third shift at the time, and some guy just walks up to me and he's just like real calm. "I need you to come to my room." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, all right, man. And he opens up his bedroom door, and he's like, what's this person doing here? And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's your roommate. He's been there with you the whole time. And he looks at me, and he gets his finger ready, and he goes, I paid $20,000 for this private room. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, sir. He goes, where's the elevator? And I said, well, this is only a ground floor facility, so there's no elevator. And he goes, listen, I came in here with 50 grand cash, and I paid 20 grand for this room, and I want to know where my bags are, motherfucker. And I'm like,
yo.
So this guy is thinking he's in a casino.
Whoa.
He is hallucinating that he is at a casino, right? And he goes to his room, and he starts going through all of his clothes, and he's just like, where's my 50 grand?
Bugging.
He's bugging, dude. He's bugging. So, I mean, he's looking for a parking garage.
Yes.
He's opening up closets, trying to figure out if there's a stairway to heaven there.
Yeah.
If there's an elevator.
What do you even do, dude, to like talk him down?
No, you just kind of
let him do his thing.
You just kind of go along with his craziness.
Ride the wave. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to tell him there wasn't an elevator, but I was definitely like, well, the elevator's not there.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want to pull them too far out of what they think's reality, because it fucks them up. You got to go in with them, you know what I mean? And make them find like some kind of calm in the delusion.
Yeah, if someone's saying like,
I love that part of that. Honestly, it's like de-escalation or hopping into something like crisis. I
have seen some motherfuckers, dude, that have psychotic breaks.
Yeah.
And you look in their eyes and you're like, oh shit, you'll kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like there's like, I'm not playing, bro. Like,
and
there's
you just befriend them.
No.
I don't. No. 911.
Yeah.
911.
That shit's scary.
There's a certain moment, dude, when you look into one of these people's eyes and you're just like, you'll murder someone.
That happened to me. I asked that question because I had Zeph a long time ago when housing was actually Compass, right? When Zeph housing was actually where the detox was years ago. I did, altogether a few stints in detox, 3 different detoxes I've done 9 days worth of detox before I got sober.
That's almost as much as your county time.
Yeah, dude. Because that's all they gave you is 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
Back then, you had 3 days and
push you out.
That was detox. You know what I mean? It was fucking bullshit. But they had no kind of, you got nothing, but you got the cocktail. The clonidines, the trazodone, some Seroquel.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another story, and this has nothing to do with work. This is my detox experience, okay? Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Who do I sound like?
Hey, Bobby. Oh,
got it?
You got it? Nope.
It's recovery squad or
oh, yep, I got you. Okay.
So listen, this is how I met him, bro. I'm in detox, man. I'm in fucking detox, dude. I'm scared too. This is my first detox trip, right? I just threw up on a fucking nurse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I walk into my room one day, and some fucking crackhead is going through my clothes.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. And I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing? He's like, what do you mean? What are you doing? Get out of my room. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So he goes, and I get the nurses, and the nurses get him out of my room. But for the rest of the time, I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. I won't even lie to you, bro. I was trying to leave. You know what I mean? And I see him, and he's in the Zeph lounge, and he's like this. Hello? Yeah. All right. Yeah, be outside in 20. And he's talking, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker got a phone. I'm trying to get that phone, dude. I didn't get out that. I had to make a phone call real quick, dude. I made my 2 for the day, dude. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And every time he'd be in the lounge, just cool, laid back on the couch, just talking. Hello. Yeah, I'm in detox. And so finally I walk up to him and I'm like, yo, bro, let me use that phone. And he turns his head and he's just like, I'm on the phone right now.
With his hand up to
And he's
his mouth.
talking to his fucking hand, dude. He's talking to his hand, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are crazy up in here, right?
Yeah.
So then it's lunchtime. I make a pot of coffee. This motherfucker comes walking down the hallway like he's got cowboy boots on. You know, he's just gibbering and jabbering. He takes a pot of coffee. He puts the coffee pot over his head.
Oh my god!
And he's like half nodded out, and he's got the styrofoam cup down by his knee. And he's just pouring the coffee all over the place. He's just pouring it everywhere, dude.
Dude, those are the best. I had two like wild ones, bro. This dude Frankie, a black man. Fucking had like a Jamaican accent. I was in fucking Compass when it was, dude, this is a rugged ass facility, dude. Like this shit was like fucking cinder block walls and like fucking, you know, rugs for mats on the bed. Like, but I'm in a room with this dude named Frank and he had one leg. Frankie's with missing.
What's up with Frank?
Yeah, that name,
This is
man.
crazy, right? His name was Frankie, bro. And I'm chopping it up with dude and we're like going back and forth, making good or whatever. But in the nighttime, bro. So he's in the bed next to me. And they had 3 beds in these rooms. Small ass little rooms at the time. The Zeph rooms. They had 3 in there. And I'm in there, bro. And I'm like, can't sleep because they don't give you nothing. You know, the shit they do give you fuck you up worse than you already are. You know,
You missed that 45-minute window on Trazodone,
right,
dude.
bro. You know, and I'm sitting there and I just can't sleep, bro. And I remember this motherfucker, bro. I'm looking at like the window and like by him, towards him, he's like, and he opens his eyes, bro, and he's black as night, dog. This motherfucker's black like Sudanese.
So his eyes are like fucking headlights.
Dude, these motherfuckers open up like, bing! And he's looking at me, bro. And he sits up in his bed and he like leans in towards me. And he's just staring at me, bro. And I like have my blankets. I'm like fetal position. I like covered them blankets up over my nose, like just my eyes poking out. Like, oh shit, what's this motherfucker doing? You know, like, the fuck. And he fucking leans in towards me and he looks at the door and he fucking gets up and he only has one leg. Remember, he had one leg. He has one fucking leg and the other, his prosthetic is leaned up on the bed. That motherfucker didn't give a fuck about it. He hops over the door, bro, and he looks out the door and he starts booking on that one leg. I like follow him out, like what the fuck, like creeping,
Show me the way.
like hide and seek style, watching him, bro. And this motherfucker's hopping down the fucking down the hall, bro, on the 4th floor, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck's happening, bro? And he goes to the fire escape down there, and it would be like going down towards the cafeteria and shit now, like how you can get down out that way.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, dude, he had one leg, and he's up on the 4th floor. I'm like, how's this motherfucker? He about to hop. He sits down on his ass and just fucking starts fucking skating, sledding down these stairs on his ass, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, and he looks back up at me and I yell, I'm like, nurse! You know, I snitched on the motherfucker, you know what I mean? I'm like, this dude's bugging. Like, his eyes were like ready to kill me, bro. And he heard me yell nurse and he stopped at the bottom of the landing and he looked up at me and he put his fist up like, ugh, like, I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. And I was like, oh my God. Like, finally, bro, he gets outside and he sits down outside and you can see, like, if you go down the steps, there's a window and you can see from that window. And he's sitting outside. They get him back in. They let him stay. And this motherfucker, bro, comes back in the room with me.
Fuck.
Oh no.
After I just snitched on him. Dog. And I'm like laying down and I'm like, dude, like, it's cool, man, just chill out. And he's just not talking to me, bro. He's like, I ain't fucking with you no more. And I'm like laying there like, man. And
He's gonna beat me with his prosthetic.
dude. And I'm like, just after a while, it ended up being hours of me staring at like fucking Frankie's black ass blended in with just eyeballs. And I'm just looking at eyeballs staring at me, bro. And I'm fucking losing my shit, dude. Frankie left in the middle of the night. Guess what he left behind?
His leg.
His fucking leg, bro.
How do you do that?
He left his fucking leg, bro.
Yo, I remember you telling that story. I thought it was Jake. I couldn't remember it was you.
Yeah.
So there's a running joke on this podcast. 4 people have told this story on this podcast, and it all comes from Murphy. We all took Murphy's fucking dog shit joke, where he fucking fucked a girl and poop came out, and the dad found the poop on the couch and then shot the dog. There's been 4 people to now different people to now tell Murphy's story.
No way.
Yeah, there's been 4 different people. Me, Eric, Shane. There's been a couple different people who all, and then Murphy himself told the story on the podcast, and I was losing it because
stories, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah,
what is it? What do you? Okay, now you got to tell it. What?
I can't, dude. You just have to listen to the podcast when it comes out, dude, or just ask Murph about it.
You gotta hear Murph.
I think Murph just made it up.
Dude, I don't know, bro.
I don't know, dude.
He's done crazy.
Dude, he's done crazy shit.
But here's the thing.
I've seen a lot of it.
I've seen a lot of it.
I took Murph's story and told it to other people and made it my own.
Yeah.
And then Eric took my story and
made
has
his
been
own.
telling it to other people. And now Shane is telling
That's
that story and telling it to other people.
Dude.
And now Murph came on the podcast and told the
it.
story. Yeah,
That's how the Bible was written. Yo, dude, that's fucking insane, bro. This is a good night.
Yeah. So I guess what we got from this podcast is anything is possible, huh, fellas?
Anything's possible.
Yeah, dude.
sir.
You can have one leg and hop down the stairs.
Man,
Yeah.
anything's possible, bro. You can shoot Suboxone and get sober.
You can shit your pants and live to tell about it.
Yeah.
You play Mozart with one hand.
Yeah, anything's possible, bro. You can piss in front of a cop when you get a DUI.
You can talk to your dog on mushrooms and LSD.
Yeah. You can. Anything's possible, bro.
Yeah, with recovery, anything is possible. Thanks, guys.